Goblin VTuber. We'll have to check them out and see how amazing they are. So let's see if they're ready to get started. Awesome, awesome. Hello, hello. Hello, how you doing today?
I'm really good. I'm really good. I got my caffeine. I got my food. I'm feeling great. I feel real good.
Oh no, I love that. That's so cool. I love how like literally you scrubbed up a giant sandwich. Literally, she had a sandwich this big before stream, and she's like, "Let's go, let's do this."
I gotta call that. Listen, as a goblin, we got a big appetite. All
Big-
right,
big
we
appetite.
we like to really stuff our tummies full. I'm not gonna lie.
I know,
Big
right?
fan of feasts.
The best of feasts. I need to know where you got your sandwich because that sounded really good. That looked really good.
Oh, it was delicious. It was delicious. Look, I would tell you it's a local place, and oh man, they make some real good ones. I'll tell you what.
I might have to check that out. This actually sounds really good because I actually like learned that there's like actual like routines a lot of streamers do before they stream. And like for me, I kind of just like make sure all my lights are on. I make sure I have my snacks in place and stuff like that, and I go live. But your routine is very interesting. Do you want to go into your routine of how you get started for your 10-hour streams?
Yeah, so I do 10-hour streams, right? And
Which is like
to
what?
prepare the energy levels that are needed to do that consistently, I do 60 jumping jacks. I give myself positive affirmations. I tell myself things like, I'm a really good goblin. Everyone
Good
loves
goblin.
me. I'm high energy. It sounds silly, but it helps me get in the right mindset.
No, I love it. I love it.
And I drink a bunch of energy drink. Yeah, I use this powdered energy drink, right?
Ooh.
And I forgot to do dishes the other day. So I think it was like 2 streams ago, maybe. I realized I don't have any clean cups, so I get a bowl from my.
I saw that tweet. Yeah.
Yeah, I drank it out of a freaking bowl. I was so embarrassed by it, but it was great. It felt so silly, but I needed the drink because I was going live.
You have to.
I
You
didn't
have to have
time
the
to
drink.
watch a class.
I call it
Yeah,
improvisation. You improvised. You did a good job. You know.
Exactly. Plus,
This is what-
people call me a puppy on stream anyway, so might
so
as
you-
well just
were you doing
drink
that?
it out of a bowl.
Literally just like licking on the bowl. Like that.
I'm giving it a little lick.
All right. I love it. I love it. I always thought goblins were really good at improvising. So, it makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah, we're known for our makeshift technology and just doing stuff on the fly. And I can confirm that's the classic goblin ingenuity that we have.
I like it. Next time I do a 10-hour stream, I'm definitely going to follow the goblin way. I'm going to try and follow it. I'm trying to do the jump jet.
Highly recommend it.
Might be a little tired afterwards, but I'll be ready. Definitely 100%. Hello, everyone. This is a fun little VTuber talk show we like to host each and every week where we get to know a brand new freaking VTuber. Today, we have a very lovely, adorable goblin VTuber. We've interviewed a few of them in the past, but this one's also super adorable as well. I love it.
Thank you.
Of course.
Me actually all blushy over here.
Oh,
What the
you're
heck?
blush. You look so adorable. Love it. How about you introduce yourself to the very few people who might not know who you are?
Sure, of course. So I'm Goblin Fia. I describe myself as a lewd loot goblin. I play games. I yap. I put a lot of emphasis on talking with my chat while I play games. We have chaotic lewdsome vibes, which is to say, lewd and wholesome. I try to make sure that it's, very positive environments. And yeah, we just, it's just a lot of me screaming my head off and chat bullying me, and I love it.
Yeah. you do you get like that kind of feeling that like you like it when chat bullies you? Is that how it feels?
Well, okay, you don't need to phrase it like that.
That's what you said. You said it. You were like, oh yeah, chat bullies me, and I love it. I was like,
Okay, you're not wrong,
ayo.
It's a good time.
It's a good time. It sounds like it's a good time. Sounds like it's a really good time. But see how it is. See it. Can't confirm she likes it. Yep. There we go. Chat confirmation right there, guys. Chat confirmation. You know, if chat confirms it.
That's my editor. So he gets to watch me he gets to watch me get absolutely humiliated on the daily, pretty much.
No wonder he's literally forced to watch you get bullied on chat.
Yeah, it's true.
Literally.
Good point.
Literally. Blue Plays added a redeem to drink. I hope you got your bowl with you, with your energy drinking in. Hopefully you have that. You're drinking. You both have the drink. Hello, Goblin Junkyard.
Cheers.
I love it. Cheers.
I always, my model, so sorry to go off on a little bit of a tangent. Hi, I have ADHD.
That's fine.
Hi. When I drink water, my model, I always feel like, so I did my rigging for my model. I drew and rigged my model. And I always feel like my neck looks like it cracks whenever I drink water. Cause I like lean, here, watch, I'll do it right now. Watch.
Yeah.
I feel like it just goes up a little too much. Like I'm really fucking straining.
You're just showing off the neck, you know? It's an attractive feature. You're just showing off the neck, going,
Yeah, well, I need to drink it that way because it's a 2,000 milliliter bottle. So I have to use both hands. I feel like a freaking baby trying to drink this thing. It's massive.
Massive.
Exactly.
Massive. All right. I like it. No, this is really good. Goblin, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. Watch. I humiliate you more than the shorts sometimes. Oh, really?
That's true. Yeah, it's true.
No, I love it.
I also just realized something that's really embarrassing.
Let's hear it.
I forgot to give you a follow. So I'm on my follow limit, but I genuinely thought that I was following you. So let me fix that real quick.
Well, I appreciate. Oh, thank you. I'm honored. I'm honored. Thank you so much.
Legitimately, I'm not even just saying this. I actually thought I was. When I opened up the stream to be able to read chat, I was like, wait, what the fuck?
Wait,
I'm gonna have to fucking come clean because it's gonna pop up.
No, I should have follow only on, right? I don't have follow only on, right? I don't think so.
I don't think so. No.
Good. Just want to make sure, because I usually try not to have that. Because, like, I personally think if you guys want to add it on to your streams, go for it. But I try and make sure that it's like on. There was a one time when I accidentally left it on, and I felt super bad.
Oh my god!
Because
I have such a story to tell you.
Oh, tell me. What was it?
Okay, so there's in the Twitch dashboard, there are two buttons that are stars. One of them allows you to set up your goals, and I had met one of my goals, so I clicked it to try and update my goal, and then I got distracted by something, and then I came back later and updated it. But the problem is, the first time I clicked it, when I got distracted, I turned on sub chat only mode, which is the first star. And so I started stream not realizing that I was in sub chat only mode. And I was like confused because like chat was going very slow, not like more slow than normal. And someone pointed it out to me and I felt so embarrassed because I was like, basically put gags on everyone's chat without even knowing about it.
Wow, Fia. Wow, geez. Just now you're changing your stream that only subs can allow to talk, huh? Like only subs allow to talk.
Controversial.
I know,
Listen,
right?
my
Jeez.
subs love it when I gag them, so you know what can I say?
Oh, true. Hey, you probably got a lot of people going there like, yes, finally. My time is shine. I can now do it. I can do it now. It's my moment. This is my moment. She can see me. I'll be noticed.
Exactly.
No. I do see that to the 2 stars too. I love it. For those who have never come to one of my streams before, this is a fun little VTuber talk show where I host, where we'll be asking 15 questions to a lovely guest here. We'll be asking questions on how they first got started, some interesting fun facts about them. We'll get into the design of the models, and maybe some really awesome, cool details of upcoming events and ideas they have in the future. So yeah, sit back, relax, have you a bowl of a monster on one side, and then Goblin grub on the other side. It's gonna be a great time. It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
I really hope you do actually market that. I want you to market that. Have a Goblin bowl. Have a Goblin bowl to drink your monster and your GGNG.
Yeah, instead of having like the waifu cups, I have the waifu dog bowls.
Dude, that could be an idea. I'm saying you might be surprised how many people want it. Like goblin bowls.
That's
Like
true.
who needs
I
waifu
might be onto
cups?
something.
You might be on something. You might have just done something. You know, like who wants goblin waifus? I mean, who wants goblin? No, it's not. Who wants waifu bottles? If you can goblin bowls.
Everyone wants to be drinking out of a bowl like a dog.
Exactly, like a
when
dog.
They think of me.
When you think of you, exactly.
It's the way of the future. This is the future for Vtuber.
Dude, yeah, no, it's perfect. We should have a Shark Tank episode of this. It will be amazing, right? It'd be perfect. It'd be perfect.
I could sell it. I could sell it.
Hey, man, you know what? If anyone could sell it, it'd probably be you. I appreciate you can do a very good job at it.
Thank you.
Of course. Classic mod move of reminding you of all the things, and I just appreciate the Goblin mod. I appreciate you reminding us of all the good things. Fia might be a bit. Oh, Fia's might be a bit quiet. Let me fix that really quick. I do forget that sometimes I forgot that I need to increase you on Discord. Let me do that really quick. Bum. Max volume.
Perfect.
So she still might be a little bit quiet because Discord doesn't really do it as well, but she should be a lot better now. Be a lot better.
Hi, I'm Fia. Is that good?
Is that good? You good? You gonna blow out her ears? That was pretty loud for me. It's pretty loud for me. Your shelves look sick. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I wear myself on my sleeve, if you guys can tell.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. I'm very envious of your room. Mine is just full of trash bags and garbage. I wish mine looked like yours.
Oh, well, luckily it's the way I designed it is just this tiny little corner of my room. If you do not want to see this area, this is like full of clothes, trash, and like bottles and cups and
edges.
Just the edges.
Is a wasteland.
Yeah. Yeah. You do not want to look over there. Do not look over there. This is where you need to look. This is the money shot right here. Money shot. So don't look anywhere else past this part.
Just full on Mad Max on the other side of the camera.
Folks. It's all about perspective. So this is what you all see, and people are like, wow, you must be super rich. You have this. Like, nah, this is years of me buying stuff. If you actually look at all this stuff, it's like super dusty and dirty because I haven't touched it in forever. It just stays there forever.
I feel that's my core. I cleaned out my spice rack the other day, and there was some real fucking wild shit going on in there. And I'm like, this is disgusting. What's wrong with me?
You're fine. You're busy. You're a busy goblin. You're very busy.
I am. I've got a lot busier over the last year. So.
Well, hey, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. You work hard and you keep working hard. Well, I can't wait to see you keep on growing. This is gonna be amazing. It's gonna be so.
Thank you.
Of course. So for those who want to actually get into some of the questions, you can actually ask your questions here. If you guys would like to ask a Fia question, definitely feel free to do it in a chat. And also, if you guys want to tribute to the stream and you don't know what to ask, we do actually have a redeem in the redeems area that says that you can spin a wheel, and that wheel will pop up, and she will have to answer it no matter what.
Okay, wait. Actually, I have something to say about that. I know I'm going off topic a lot. It's hard to
trust me. If you've seen any of my interviews, we go off topic a lot because guess what? I also have ADHD, so I go off topic a lot too. Praise the wheel.
You see my chat already hinting.
Praise the wheel. Praise the wheel.
Yeah, no. This is a whole thing. I did Cult of the Wheel, which was Cult of the Lamb, and every time I recruited a villager or died, I would roll on a punishment wheel. And the punishment wheel had some like crazy ass shit on there. And that was all spurred from, I think I did a Bazaar, like the Bazaar. It's a game that's kind of like Hearthstone. And the dev came into chat, and I was doing a giveaway for some beta keys because it was a closed beta. And we spun a wheel to give the keys away, and then we kept spinning the wheel because everyone was like, spin the wheel, we love spinning the wheel. Yeah, and I'm like, guys, this isn't content. I'm just spinning a wheel.
Just spin the wheel.
Removing your names. They just kept wanting me to spin the wheel.
Still.
And so we kept just fucking spinning the wheel. Everyone was so excited when the wheel was spun, even though there were no more keys to give away. We just kept fucking spinning the wheel.
Spin.
the dev said, you know what? How about this? The last person surviving on the wheel gets an additional key that I will give you guys. So the dev gave us a key. And then there were actual stakes to the wheel, and guys and everyone didn't want to get picked on the wheel.
Yeah, now everyone's like, maybe we should hold on a little bit on this one.
But we eventually spun all the entire wheel, I think like 200 entries or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really great. So there's been a little bit of a cult around spinning of wheels. So my chat loves spinning the wheel.
Well, you came to the right place because we also have a wheel. It's not as much as 200, but there is a good few wheel questions on here that you guys can hit, redeem.
Some of the questions on this.
Yep, they're all the questions on here, so some of them will be really fun. So I hope you guys can do it. Can you guys go through all the questions during the stream? We'll find out. But the first question, which is from Noodle. Noodle wants to ask you a question, and their question. Let's see what it is. Oh, this might be a fun one. As a partner, you are Oshi to a lot of VTubers, but thank you. But are you have an Oshi of your own?
Yeah. This is a difficult one for me to answer. I'm not gonna lie, because there's a lot of inspiration that I take, and I think I have a lot of like. I have a couple Oshi. I have a couple. I'm not the kind of person to just stick with one, because I take a lot of influence and inspiration from a couple of different sources. I would say one of them is Honey Goblin. Honey Goblin is, someone that I look up to, and have said multiple times would be someone that I would be honored to do a collab with at some point. And just, I love her chaotic vibes. I wish that I was as comfortable drawing on stream as she is. But all of her, like, when she's playing games and stuff, especially, that's what I really like latch onto. Super entertaining. Love her. Another one, which is not this is my least traditional Oshi, and is probably the most wild one on the list, but Doug. I really fucking love Doug.
Okay. Did not see that coming, but okay.
No, I know. Listen, I'm unconventional. What can I say? I love. So Doug does a lot of like chat integration stuff, and that's something that I've done multiple times at every opportunity. And I wish I was as good at coding as I wish I could code. Period. I can't. But if I was able to and able to do like half the shit that he's able to, I think it looks like such a fun time, to be honest. So I know that that's like an odd answer, but I fucking love Doug. And then my last one is Project Melody. I've known of Project Melody and followed Project Melody for an extremely long time, and just absolutely fucking love her content. Huge inspiration. So I would say that those are like my three if I have to narrow it down, but there's also like a lot of other VTubers look up to and respect. So that's why this is a hard one to answer for me.
Makes sense, but I like that. That's really cool. A nice diverse of different content creators that inspire you to be who you are. I definitely like that. Yeah. That's super nice. Absolutely. You and Project though, I can definitely see you guys hit it off pretty well because you guys are very similar. Yeah. Very similar.
Yeah, no, Project Melody is probably one of my biggest inspirations for sure.
He is a VTuber loving friend. Oh, I love this.
I am. It's true.
Cool. Are you ready to get into the first question of the night from me?
Yes, I'm so ready.
What better way to start off a interview than to start the first question off to see how it all got started in the first place? Why and when did you want to get into streaming?
Great question. So my journey was a little weird. I started as a flesh tuber a couple years back. I know. I had fleshy skin.
Whoa.
And it was gross.
It was icky. Green. Icky. Oh my God.
Nasty flesh that must be poured.
Did you at least paint yourself like green a little bit?
No, I wasn't a goblin at the time. I wasn't a goblin.
Wasn't even
completely different.
Wow.
I know. Scandalous, right? Little under the hood stuff here, but I was a flesh tuber and I played exclusively Valorant. I played only Valorant.
Okay.
And it was fun, but there's a lot of and this is not something that's like you have to do by any means, don't get me wrong, but I personally felt obligated to put on makeup, dress really nice, look super fucking pretty, put a background on with lights and shit like that. You know, I gotta look real fucking good. And it can be tiring to do that every single day. So it was a mixture of that plus me wanting to get into VTubing, or sorry, variety streaming. I wanted to get into variety streaming, and as soon as I swapped out of Valorant, just no one would watch me, and that felt very discouraging at the time. So I took a very long break, in addition to an accident that I was in that like really hit my motivation. So I took like a year or two long break. And then when I came back, I completely rebranded. I got rid of all of the like, you know, flesh tubing stuff and swapped to VTubing. And I had about 100 followers at the time. Now the question for why did I come back? Why did I start VTubing? Well, I had taught myself how to draw, and I got very good at it. And my friend was like, "Hey, have you considered drawing like a VTuber model?" And I'd been watching some VTubers at the time, and I was like, "Yeah, you know what? Yep, let's do that. Let's do that right now." And she's like, "Well, no, you can put a little bit more thought into it if you want." I'm like, "Nope, I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to start drawing some sketches." And I immediately started working on it that same day, and never looked back.
Wow.
Yeah. Now I have not been VTubing for a very long time. I started in like extremely late December, early January of 2024. So
Wow. Okay.
that is again, I started with like the 100 followers at that time, and then now I'm here.
Yeah.
So,
wow. Okay.
yeah.
Let me look at this really quick. You went from
Yeah, you-
100
good track record,
followers.
follow it. Mhm.
You've been 100 followers to 5.4K followers within like a year, a little over a year.
Yeah, and
Wow.
and hit partner essentially within that. It was a little bit over a year, so I technically can't say, "Oh, I hit partner in under a year," but it was close. It was pretty close.
Congratulations. That's a really good one.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's been an amazing journey. I've been very fortunate to be in this position. Absolutely.
Well, it's hard work, consistency, and
It's a
just
lot of work.
motivation. And here's the other thing I want to say that I'm really proud of you for, and I'm actually kind of inspired by that too. It's just that you had an idea, someone gave you an idea, and you just like no hesitation just went for it. And you put all 100 of your eggs in this one basket, and you just steamrolled to it, and you were successful. And I'm very I want to say like respectful in that. I love
you.
seeing that in someone, you know, just someone who's like, you know what, I want to do this. I'm gonna put all my dedication and hard work into this one thing, and it was successful for you. And I like that. I like seeing stuff like that. It's really cool.
I definitely fell in love with it. I really, really did. And I did a subathon. I also, at the time, like, really hated my job that I was doing. It paid well, but I was very, like, actively having panic attacks and stuff from it. So VTubing was, like, a very nice, like, outlet for that. And then I had a subathon in September, which gave me a nice, like, I guess nest egg, for lack of a better word, like a nice like base level of funds because it was a very successful subathon. And that helped me take the jump into being full time and quitting my job, which was a very scary decision at the time.
Yeah, no.
But that helped me even like push more into my streaming, and I fucking love it. I'm very, very, very happy. Much happier than I was in my other job.
I'm very happy that you were able to get away from your toxic job to do something more akin to something you really enjoy doing, and as a dream of a lot of people. So I'm glad you're able to get that.
Absolutely, yeah. I feel very fortunate. It's wonderful.
Very good. I like that. That's a good story. It's a good upbringing. You know, it's very inspirational. Is the word I'm trying to think of. It's very inspirational. Very good. And of course, and Goblin was like very proud of you, Gubo. very
Gumbo,
proud.
thank
Gumbo,
you. Thank you
Gumbo.
very much.
We also have another spin, so let's get another spin. For Noodle is going to be asking you all the questions. It seems like he has his
ready.
hand on the trigger. As soon as that timer goes off, he's hitting it. So we'll probably go see more
I
spins
love
from
a lot
him.
of these questions on here. I love a lot of these questions.
It's so good. It's so good. Next question. Do you have a favorite Pokemon?
I do. I'm a big Pokemon fan. I've always been a big Pokemon fan ever since I was little. I remember opening up Pokemon card packs and the smell of the cardboard and the crinkle of the foil, and oh god, it's so good. So I'm a big Pokemon fan. My favorite Pokemon though is a more recent Pokemon. I love Tinkaton.
Oh,
Tinkaton, tiny little gremlin, big hammer, fucking smash. I fucking love Tinkaton. Just gives absolute goblin energy. And so I really, really love Tinkaton, though some good runner-ups are Whimsicott and Impidimp.
Impidum. I love that. I love that. That fits you super well too. And like I love that some of the newer Pokemon that came out kind of felt like they're all like VTubers, because there's a lot of like favorite VTubers, yeah. Because like there's also Masquerada, which was one of my favorite new Pokemon, and it fits with my VTuber. So it's just like it's so cool to see all these different kinds of like, yeah. Like, I just like them. They're so cool. They're all really cool, and they all feel like VTubers inspired.
I totally see it. I mean, VTubers honestly are a lot like Pokemon if you think about it, because oftentimes a VTuber will be, you're a blank slate of a character, of a person, but then you have themes attached to it, and your theme could be onigiri. Your theme could be sushi. Your theme could be dog. Your theme could be cat, and like that's kind of what Pokemon are. They're like dog plus candle, or dog plus like I don't know, like lava or whatever, right? That's what Pokemon are, and that's a lot of what VTubers are too.
Dude, we should play a game. I don't know how we would make it, but we should play a game where a Pokemon gets chosen at random, and we have to find a VTuber that best fits that Pokemon.
I love that idea.
That's a good idea,
I absolutely love that idea. Yeah, no, that's brilliant. Though, to be fair, that would honestly highlight my lack of VTuber knowledge. I know a lot of VTubers, but I still have moments where someone comes in my chat and they're like, "Oh, did you hear that so and so did this?" And I'm like, "I have no idea."
Ooh, huh? Yep, I've done that too before. Like, there's been a lot of times. Like, I thought I'm pretty like kind of okay with like knowing a lot about VTubers, but there's still a lot of VTubers I don't know. And then someone would be like, "Oh yeah, my Oshi or someone I want to collab with this person." I was like, "Hold on, who?"
Yeah. Like, just googling it. Yeah, no, I've definitely been there, and it's never like a malicious thing. Like I love. I have learned of so many VTubers, not just smaller ones, but like even bigger ones that I didn't know about, since I started VTubing, and it's been cool. To get to know so many different awesome VTubers.
True.
But I do think that's a great idea. I love the idea of matching Pokemon with VTubers. I think that sounds super duper
It sounds
fun,
like a fun idea. It sounds like a really fun idea.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll come back with you on that when I have a little more better standing of what I can do. Definitely. It would be a lot of fun. I also want to do an idea of like, because there's so many different VTubers out there, I want to also just have a random object and just see if there's a VTuber for that. Like a plain
for
VTuber.
That random object. Yeah.
Like a bag and cheese.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I'd like to see that. I'd like to see that.
Idea.
That'd be a cool idea. We'll come up with it. We'll come up very soon. I'm a big
believer that sorry.
No, go for it.
Let's comment on this.
No noise.
I think it's great when you, as a VTuber, you take two concepts and mash them together. That's like what I think is the secret sauce for good VTuber design, is taking two different things, two main concepts, and putting those two main concepts together. Even if it's like a very basic main concept, I think it's really good.
Yep.
So like for me, it was like Goblin and Catgirl.
Yeah.
Those are my two concepts.
And I can definitely see the cat inspired. I like it. Very cool.
Thank you. Yeah.
I can see you as like I don't know if you played like Do you play any gacha games? I don't want to sound like I'm a weeby nerd right now.
I played on the last.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you know
on my
Nekomata,
last
right?
stream. I have like 5 Nekomatas.
Oh my god. I can
love
see you as a
Nekomata.
Nekomata. I can see you as like a goblin version of a
Yeah.
Nekomata. That's what I see.
Thank you.
Of
I mean, I
course.
have like full on like toggles where like I can just like
Just be cat. You're just cat now.
I'm
You just
I'm
cat.
just cat now. Get
Just
rid
cat.
of the goblin.
No more goblins, cat.
But
Just
yeah.
cat. I don't know. I like it. This is good. It's good. I like that. Pokemon fusion, but also with Vtubers. I like that. That's actually cool. Also, Psycho was saying that his first time starting with a grass type in 15 years. Yeah, the Masquerada.
Yo,
Freaking
yeah.
peak design. I like him. I like him a lot. Also,
I love
apparently,
the weed cat.
I love the weed cat. The weed cat is the best cat. I love that. I love that a lot.
Yeah.
They did a good job. And also, we do have the hydrate. Goblin did make sure we have the hydrate. So make sure you get your giant jug of water. Your jug of water. Very good. Very good. Thank you. Thank you. I like all noodles in general. My name fits. I see that. Mac and cheese. You like mac and cheese too?
Noodles.
So good. And Noodle, you are my spin bot. You are my spin bot. I love that. Appreciate it. At this point, the cat girl thing is basically ironic. I know, right? It's just a thing. It's just a thing.
So this is a thing. My chat likes to call me a dog. Call me a puppy girl. They like my barks, even though my meows are I meow very good. But they call me a puppy because they think I give more puppy energy because I'm very energetic. I'm like super energetic, and I'm always excited, and I also bark a lot. But that's because chat got me to do that, and I am clicker trained. Yes, I did that as a meme. So it's a lot of it's a whole saga. It's a whole saga.
I see that. Okay. I love how Force was
Yes.
like, call you question mark. I don't know about that one. I don't know. I love that. Nekomata still eludes me. I'm so sorry, Goblin. One day you will get Nekomata. One day. Did
I
not
have faith.
did not involve it ever state as second stage. Really? You only stayed at second stage? I definitely want to get a Masquerade. I like that. Puppy or orange cat
I
behavior.
like all 3 stages. Yeah.
Me too. I actually did. I was actually the only one that actually did enjoy all 3 stages of a Pokemon.
Yeah.
And there's not many Pokemon that I like out there that I enjoyed every single stage, you know?
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Puppy or orange cat behavior. You know, I can see orange cat. 100%. You would be an orange cat.
Is
They're
the
like
red hair? Is it the red hair?
Yeah, also just the wildness, you know, like because orange cats are
fair,
kind of
yeah.
known for being very puppy-like and very dog-like. So I
That's
guess
true, actually. I guess orange cats are the puppies of the cat world.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
That's accurate.
Very accurate, very accurate. Forrest would like to ask you a question now, but it's a spin. So let's get another spin going for it.
Yeah.
Get another
Give it to me.
spin, another spin.
I love the wheel.
The wheel is the best. Wheel, praise the wheel.
You're a
Wheel
wait,
is
wait,
love.
Yeah.
Wheel is love. Wheel is life.
True.
Love it. Okay, actually, so I actually
we kind of
add.
already answered this one.
Yeah,
you
so
want to re-roll it?
I
Yeah.
would re-roll it, but here's the thing. I actually just added this question because you mentioned this. I actually just added this new question on here because I thought that was a pretty good question. You know, how do you prep
that's a
before
great
you
question,
stream?
yeah.
I think that's a really good question. And and it's funny because you're like, oh, you're probably going to ask this question, so let me just tell you. And I'm just like, writing this down. I should probably ask this question. I've been doing these interviews for like close to 4 years now, and I've been slowly integrating new things, updating it like that.
I've left my mark. Let's
And left
go.
your mark. You left your
Fuck
mark. So you did it. I like it. Okay, another question. Another question. And if you guys have not seen the answer, you might have to check back on the VOD later on. Okay, here's a better question. Here's a more controversial question. You ready for some controversy?
No, I'm so ready. Yes.
Is a taco a sandwich?
Oh my god.
I know only the hard-hitting questions on this show. Only the hard-hitting questions.
This is a difficult one. Honestly, I want to say yes.
Okay.
I'm going to say yes. And here's my thought process. Because at first I was like, the bread pieces are one single piece. But if you think about it, Philly cheesesteak, that's all one piece. Usually, like 99% of the time, they're not cutting the bread all the way through on a Philly cheesesteak. They're keeping it as like the mouth kind of vibes. Yeah. And it, and that's what a taco is. It's just a really hard bread. So it's a type of sandwich. It's a type of sandwich.
Type of
And I already said this with a hot dog too. A hot dog is also a type of sandwich.
Mhm.
I think sandwich is a very versatile term.
I see. Okay.
So I agree on this one. I think a taco is a sandwich.
Nice. No, I like it. I like it. Your thought process is that everything is pretty much like a sandwich as long as it has some kind of like container to hold. You know, if you hold,
I would
you
say
can use it to hand it.
specifically bread to hold it.
Would a
Yeah.
bread bowl like a soup with a bread inside of it? Or like
Is that a sandwich?
as a sandwich? Is that a sandwich? Because technically,
I think well, it's not just the bread container that's required. Though that is a great question. I guess it depends on how solid the chowder is on the inside. If the chowder was like frozen solid and you can bite into it, then it's a sandwich all of a sudden. Which would be a disgusting sandwich. It'd be vile, but it would be a sandwich nonetheless. I think the ingredients on the inside need to also be solid. A majority of ingredients, I'd say 80% of the ingredients need to be solid for it to be a sandwich.
makes sense. Makes sense.
That's
I
yeah.
can see that. I can see that. But that does make me really want to try eat a bread bowl as a sandwich. I don't know
sandwich.
why. It just sounds so good.
It's
It'd be so good. Yeah, but you
sticky.
bite into it, and it just oozes out. And he's like, oh, he's got a mouthful. Oh, I don't know why. This sounds really
I've got
good.
an art kind of like this. I'm not gonna.
You have art of you eating a soup.
Not exactly this. So this is a whole fucking story.
Okay.
I need to ask, are you comfortable with me talking about some of NSW art? Because it's a slightly NSW. I'll keep it PG.
Yeah,
But
keep it PG. You can talk about it, but keep it PG. Just
Okay.
because I do see some familiar faces in chat that are not old enough.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair. So essentially, I had this pizza that was extremely goopy. It was from my subathon. My chat ordered a pizza with double Alfredo, double cheese, and Parmesan on top. And it was freaking soup. It was actual soup. It was so much. It's like they put 3 containers of Alfredo sauce on this freaking pizza.
Wow.
And so that was a very memorable moment. So I got art of me eating this pizza with it, you know, dripping all over me because it was very goopy. So yeah, it was quite a moment. Yeah.
I kind of want to see that picture. Do you have a
I'll show
post?
it to you. It's not for Twitch, but I'll show it to
Yeah,
you.
you show it to me. I'd be kind of interested to see that. I imagine Food Wars. You know Food Wars.
I haven't seen Food Wars, but
Oh,
I'm
you
familiar
should
with it.
see
I'm
it.
familiar
Yeah,
with it,
it's one great
my
anime.
ways.
At least the first couple of seasons of good anime. Some people didn't like the other seasons, but it's really good because it's just about people like eating like food and then just freaking like the clothes like fall off because it's so like amazingly tasty. I imagine that's your
Dude,
situation.
It's so good. Yeah, that was very much what it was like. 100%.
The pizza was the thickest thing to exist.
Oh my gosh.
Thickest
It
thing.
was so heavy. It was so heavy. I had one piece and I was like, done.
I'm done.
I
Done.
was like, this is too much food.
That's awesome. I kind of want to try that though. That sounds just really good. That sounds just really good.
Yeah. I'll give you the whole list of ingredients if you want to give it a shot.
Maybe. I actually sound like this would be a good idea.
Yeah.
Next question for you. What do you like the most about being a VTube content creator?
Okay. So as someone who has been a flesh tuber previously, I feel like the VTubing space is a lot more, like significantly more open for connecting with other streamers. I had a very difficult time doing collabs and connecting with people as a flesh tuber. It just feels like there's less of a culture there for that. And that might have just been the spheres that I was within. But as a VTuber, it just feels like there's much more connectivity between content creators, or at least it's a lot easier for me to do that. It just feels that way. So I'd say that is probably my favorite one. Either that or the fact that I don't have to like wear nice clothes and put makeup on and stuff like that. That's also pretty nice. I mean, I like looking pretty, but it's also really nice when I can just like instantly be good to go for a stream. You know what I mean?
True. I actually have had multiple moments as a hybrid streamer who streams both that I'd be like,
Mm-hmm.
oh man, I don't have to put on a shirt. I don't have to put on pants. I don't have to put on a hat. I
Yeah.
just put my headphones on and I'm already here. Look, let's go.
Yeah, and you're just done. You're done. It's
done.
especially nice during the summertime, I will
Ooh,
say,
yeah.
because like it's real hot. I'm not gonna lie, it gets real hot.
Yeah, definitely during the summertime one. So with the fan on, you're just like all sweaty. It's kind of like
Yeah,
VTuber. Love it. I love it.
exactly. Yeah, I don't have to worry about any of that being on display.
Mhm.
So
And I will also notice that too, because when I first was starting out as a as like a streamer, I noticed that I couldn't really like find friends in the face cam like space. It was really difficult. I couldn't find a lot of people that honestly wanted to like collab or just hang out or just talk. Until I got into the VTuber space, and then every VTuber I interact with was like end up becoming some of my best friends, and just so like welcoming and stuff like that. I definitely noticed that as well. Even if I was a face cam streamer during that time, they were still like some of my best friends.
totally,
Right.
yeah. And it's not like I never connected with anyone. Like I had one person that I connected with, but it just felt so much more difficult, I guess, as a flesh tuber is what I like to call them.
The flesh tubers, yes, we are the flesh tubers. The RTX on tubers. That's what I heard too.
I love that. That's good too. That's good too.
Might be because VTubers started from an idol culture that has a lot more group dynamics.
That's true. It could be from that. That's very, very true.
Yep, and face cameras are kind of individualists. They are very like lone, like wolves, kind of competitive. That they want to just be known as just that one individual. While idol culture does, even though it does have some competitiveness to it, 100%, but they do like the camaraderie of getting people together. They do like that.
Yeah, it's true. And oftentimes, like, you'll also hear of like VTuber agencies where they have a group of VTubers, and like that means they're grouped together, they're connecting. And a lot of indies will also do that because that's just part of the culture. Whereas, like with when you're a face cam streamer and you have a manager, it's not like you're belonging to an agency like with a group of people that it is being presented. It's just not presented that way to the public usually, even if the manager has multiple people that they're working with under the same umbrella. It's just not usually presented in that light.
True, and that's why it's definitely a different demographic, of people. But hopefully, as time goes on, we actually can see the interweave crossing between face cam streamers and VTubers. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. We have seen it kind of cross paths before, and there's been some like feedback between both sides, positive and negative. But I'm hoping one day we can get to the part where, that we actually can like see the interactions and integrations between face cammers and VTubers. So I think that totally.
I am like all for connecting with people that have like face cams. I think it's great to interconnect these communities. Like I did a collab with Jesse Cox, who also has been like connecting with more VTubers and stuff like that, which is awesome to see. Bugan Hogan is another like face cammer that I've done a collab with, and I am very open to connecting with more like face cam people. I think it's a good thing for streaming as a whole. And I'd like to see more VTubers do that.
Me too. I want to see. Let's build a bridge to our communities. We want to see them acting. Come on, I love it. See it.
Exactly.
But Noodle has another question for you. Let's see what the spin is going for. We're going through these spins. I like it. I wonder if we'll be able to get through all the spins before the final question.
There's a cult of the wheel in my community, so it checks out that we would get through the whole wheel.
I love it. We'll see how it goes. Now, as a cat girl,
Okay. Yes.
I guess this has nothing to do with being a cat girl, but what kind of music do you like?
Yeah, so I listen to a lot of different kinds of music. I'm not going to lie to you. I have one playlist that I listen to a lot that I won't get into the specifics of. I also have like gaming lo-fi. I also like punk music. I was a big punk kid growing up. I also like listening to like the Zenless soundtrack.
Right? So good. I love it.
It's really freaking good. It's so good.
I love it. I actually have some of it
Music
play in the
and a bunch of
background
other stuff,
today.
too. I noticed it down there, and I only didn't comment on it because it didn't work in the flow of the conversation, but
Makes
I saw
sense.
it, and my brain was going burr
You're
because
like,
of it.
oh. You're like, oh, it is right there.
I was pogging so hard.
Oh. But no, I like that. That's the good taste of music. I like that. Very good.
Thank you.
Any bands you want to throw out as recommendations?
I don't know.
Ooh.
Let's see. I listen to a lot of different things. I don't know. I listen to a lot of like old edgy music that I wouldn't say is like particularly like groundbreaking, you know. Like I like My Chemical Romance and Sum 41 and those sorts of like old kind of punk song, or not even punk, it's like edgy ones. But I also have like other like actual punk ones that I like too. I'm trying to like go through my playlist right now because I don't know. It's hard to like think off the top of my head for like music artists that I listen to a lot. I also do like there's this one lo-fi artist that's really good, and I cannot quite Lo-Fi Leah is her name. Lo-Fi Leah. Great lo-fi artist right there if you like lo-fi.
I like lo-fi. I might have to check her out. That sounds really cool. Really cool.
Yeah.
Well, Goblin swooped in there and sneakily assassinated that question way before I was able to go away from it. So we have another question for you from Goblin Junkyard.
So ready.
Let's go.
So ready. Bring it on.
Bring it on.
Bring it on.
Love that.
I will fight your questions.
You'll fight all the questions. You will not be stumbled by any of our questions. It's going to be very difficult for her.
Yeah.
Favorite pizza toppings?
Double Alfredo, double Parmesan, cheese.
That's her favorite now. You guys gave her a new favorite.
No, absolutely not. My favorite topping is I mean it depends on the pizza place, because there's this one local pizza place that like their pepperoni is just so divine that like I don't want to get anything else. But I also would not say pepperoni is my favorite topping by any means. It's just in that particular place their pepperoni is freaking fire. But I do like sausage. I think sausage is just like a general overall really good topping. And I'm in the minority on this, but I also really like thick sliced mushroom. I like thick sliced mushroom, so when I bite into it, I can like feel the mushroom fibers breaking on my teeth. I like that mouth feel. So I'm definitely in the minority on that, but those are my favorites. And I will also say, I like pineapple on pizza. I like pineapple on pizza. I know a lot. I know.
Shame.
A lot of people. It's a controversial take, but I like pineapple on pizza. I think it's good. Sweet and savory.
Wow.
I think it's a good combo.
Wow.
I'm not afraid to say it.
Dang. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. I don't agree, but no, I'm joking. No. If you like that kind of stuff, go for it. I don't understand how people like can have taste buds that sees as a good thing, but also I'm very picky eater, so it kind of makes sense. This is why I torture you. That's why she likes it so much, because she likes the torture aspect to it. No wonder she likes it so much. Okay, it makes sense. Now I understand.
I have a very like open palate. I've had escargot.
Oh, okay.
I've had I would eat anything. This is the goblin coming through. Goblin eat garbage.
Now I understand. This is why all the VTuber goblins like pineapple on pizzas, because you guys like to torture yourself.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
Yeah, we eat garbage and all that good stuff.
You know what? I need to look back and make sure all the Goblin VTubers I've asked this question to, I want to ask them if they do like pineapple on pizzas. And if they all do, there's a pattern.
It's a pattern. Yeah, absolutely. gotta be a Goblin thing.
Gotta be a Goblin thing. Look like you were just dancing for a second. Goblin.
Sorry.
Gotta be a Goblin thing. Let's go. Goblin thing.
Be a Goblin thing.
Exactly. That's what it looks like you did. Like, yeah, let's go. What were you saying before that, though?
I don't know. I don't remember.
My problem with pineapple on pizza, it's not good the next day, and I'll about a day after pizza. You know what? Fair. There is a lot of times
I agree on that.
Yeah, because I don't like eating a giant pizza in one sitting. I'm the kind of person that likes to just like eat enough but never get like full. I don't like being full. Being full just makes me feel fat, so I just do not like eating like until I'm full. So I always like to have leftovers. I always have leftovers for everything I eat, and pizza is one of those. And I feel like warming up a pizza or just eating it cold, you can't do that with fruit on it because it's just you can't reheat or you have cold pizza like that. You know, it just makes sense.
I've had it before, but I'll say it is inferior. I do agree on that take. Yeah. I will say pineapple on pizza is not like what I like to order. Like if I have the choice, I'm not gonna be ordering pineapple on pizza. I'm gonna get sausage. I'm gonna get mushrooms. I'm gonna get maybe olives if I'm feeling freaky.
Freaky time.
But pineapple on pizza, it's more like a thing where if someone ordered it and it was like at a party or whatever, I'm gonna eat it and I'm gonna enjoy it. But I wouldn't say it's like my go-to.
Makes sense. I understand. My problem with a pineapple on pizza is that I'm so sensitive to the acid in pizza and from several other things that I literally bleed if I eat it straight, make it hard for my brain to be like as a topping. You know what? If it literally pains you, yeah, you probably should eat it.
Literally makes you bleed. It's just like, can I please substitute my pineapple for broken glass?
I know, right? Pretty much, you know? It's the same thing. Same thing.
No, I would understand not wanting pineapple in that case.
Yep, you know what? Very fair, very fair. I understand it completely. Next question for you. You are a goblin, but not only goblin, but a cat VTuber, aren't you?
Yeah, yes, I am.
There's a lot of cat and goblin VTubers out there, aren't there?
There's a lot. Well, okay, so I will say there's a lot of goblin VTubers and there's a lot of cat girl VTubers. I don't know if I've ever met a goblin cat girl. Yeah, I haven't seen the combination before.
You're right that it does stand you out a little bit more. But what else helps you bring out yourself in the VTuber community? It helps you stand out. Messed up that.
I also am a dog.
True. That also helps out. You're more like a dog than a cat too. I heard that as a thing too.
Listen, I've got the dog ears too.
Oh my god, this fits you perfectly.
I have some art that's being commissioned with the dog ears because I haven't had the dog ear art like made yet. That's in the works. What helps me stand out though? I don't know. Like I guess it's probably I have a very unique personality, I suppose. I have a unique personality. It's very goblin-y, but it's still unique and different to a lot of the other goblins that I've met. So I think that's like a part of it. You know, being clicker trained and having a lot of really unique redeems is also a big part of it too. And I also have, like I said, I take a lot of inspiration from like Doug, for example. So very regularly, I will try to have some kind of unique twist or challenge to what I'm doing, like Cult of the Wheel, for example. Or I'll do, like I did Skyrim, where I roll on a wheel to determine what my challenge is, such as punch every Jarl, or drop out of college, where I apply to the College of Winterhold and then throw myself off the cliff. All of these different challenges, I would roll on a wheel, and every time I die, I re-roll. But I'd also have crowd control going, so chat would be able to spawn in spiders or teleport me or whatever. And that was a very chaotic, wild time. And not a lot of people do things like that. Or I also have like a shock collar stream that I like to do where I'll have it's safe, it's made for people and everything too. Like I go through all the safety precautions to make sure it's completely safe. But, you know, I'll get shocked when I take damage in Elden Ring or something like that. So I try to help I try to stand out through a lot of my stream ideas as well as a lot of my redeems and things of that nature.
Nice. Okay, I like that. You do add a lot of interactions with your chat. You know, you have things of them can incremented, and the interactions with just you as a content creator with make things a little more interesting. You're not just playing a game. You have chat interactions with it. You put challenges to yourself. That makes it all unique and different, so that whenever someone jumps into your stream, they're going to be expecting something that they never seen before. And I like that. That's really cool.
Oftentimes, yeah. It's not like I do that every stream, but I try to do it fairly regularly as much as I can.
I like that. That's so cool. That's cool. And yes, Forrest, pineapple is that kind of fruit that actually eats you, technically, when you eat it.
Did
you know that?
It does.
Which just makes it more of a challenge to me. Oh, you're gonna try to eat me? I'm gonna eat you first. You know, that's not how I kind of think of it.
Exactly.
I love it. It's so good. But I like that. That's good. I like that you kind of makes yourself stand out a little bit because of those little extra stuff. I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you ready for another question? This is from Force, your Maud, the editor, does all your stuff.
Yeah.
This is gonna be his personal question to you. Oh, now you know what?
Oh, God.
This does fit.
No.
This fits Force. Force would ask you this question.
Not this one. Okay,
Are you a cat person or a dog person?
This one is uniquely weird for me. It's a normal fucking question to ask.
Yeah, I know, right? That's what I'm saying. This is very Force-like style right here.
Yes, it is. It really is. So I am both. I own cats. I have 2 cats. I love them very, very much. They are very cuddly, very needy. Oftentimes on stream, you hear them meowing in the background very, very frequently. So I love my cats a lot. I would also love to have a dog. They're a little bit more work in that I have to take them out on walks and all of that kind of stuff. And I also don't have a lot of space since I live in an apartment with roommates and stuff. So it's not like I have a huge amount of space for a dog. So I would say to answer whether or not I like cats or dogs, I'd say both. I genuinely would love both. Which one I am? Officially cat. Based on what my chat would say, dog.
Yep. You know what? Fair, very fair.
To show off my barking or meowing only makes sense with this question. I suppose you want to hear them.
Sure, go for it.
All right, here, I'll give you the meows first.
Oh. Oh, my cat got up. You know. Yeah, he woke up from his sleep.
Well.
He woke up from his sleep, so.
My meows are different, but that's my meowing. And then my barking. Are you?
Okay.
I have so much practice with these. It's crazy.
I wonder why, huh?
It's crazy. I know. Weird. Who would have thought?
The third animal.
The third animal is cow. My chat's been trying to get me to learn how to moo.
Moo?
Yeah.
What are you guys doing in your streams?
Menagerie.
What's going on? I have to check one of these out. Anyway, here's
my barking.
Pretty good. You know what? Pretty good. Very impressive. That's a skill I don't think I would ever know of, someone wanting to learn, but you know what? You pull it off very well. Very good job.
It's just a lot of practice. What can I say?
You know what?
Like multiple times per hour per stream.
Per hour. Yes. Wow. Well, hey, no, go for it. Keep it up. You know, you made my cat wake up, so it's definitely impressive.
Let's go. I'll take that as a compliment.
Very, do it. Trying with succeeding. Torture her mostly. I too have a lot of practice because of GMing.
Yeah.
Makes sense. What's GMing?
Oh, Grandmaster, DMing, like with
Oh,
tabletop
DMing.
games.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it
yeah.
was DMing, but it's GMing, so I thought it was different. Okay.
GMing means Game Master instead of Dungeon Master, and a lot of other systems will use the word GM instead of DM.
Oh,
but
okay.
it ends up meaning the same thing.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Which is hilarious because the redeem has an hour cooldown. You have to put an hour cooldown. You have to.
It's on 15 minutes at the moment, and that's way too short. I got.
You should probably bump the numbers because I thought an hour actually sounds reasonable. So
yeah.
Games mastering is more system neutral since it's not always dungeon running and stuff. Makes sense, man.
Yeah,
I understand.
Yeah,
I like that. All right, next question for you. Next question. Looking forward to any games coming out this year to stream?
Oh man, this is a great question. One that I'm ill-equipped to answer. I love games. I'm usually very reactionary to a lot of games coming out. Like I'll learn that they're coming out like Atomfall is one. Yeah, on Thursday I'm playing Atomfall. I'm kind of interested in trying it. I'm hesitantly interested because it gives me Fallout vibes, but also I could see it being terrible. But also I could see it being very good. So I'm excited to try it out. Hopefully it's great. And if it's great, then I might play it on Saturday as well. We'll see. So I'll be playing Atomfall on Thursday, and I'm kind of excited for that. I'd say my number one most excited game is Slay the Spire 2. I am a huge fan of roguelikes, and Slay the Spire 1 is one of my favorite games of all time. So Slay the Spire 2 is probably the one that I'm the most excited about. And just I know that I'm going to be playing the fuck out of it when it comes out. So I'm very, very much looking forward to that.
Nice. I like that. I heard great things about Slay the Spire. It's not my type of game, but I do hear nothing but praise about that game. So it'd be cool to see you play it. It'd be really cool. And Atomfall.
Yeah, it looks really cool. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks really cool. I can't wait to see what they do with it because the first one was a like absurd, like popular kind of game, and I love seeing it.
Yes.
I love seeing indie games to get really popular. I want more indie games to get popular, so I love seeing that. Atomfall, I haven't heard too much into it. I'm actually pretty new in like looking at it. I would definitely say that it will be interesting if it gets big. I would love to see it get big, but we'll see.
I want it to succeed. I'm rooting for it. I'm excited to play it. It's the only reason I'm hesitant about it is because like the Fallout vibes are both good and bad for me. It's like they're good in that I love Fallout as a vibe, and they're bad in that sometimes these games can be a little empty. So we'll see how this one goes. It's on Game Pass, and I got Game Pass for like $1, so it's not much if it ends up being bad. We'll see. But I'm excited. Again, I've never played it. From what I've seen, it looks great. So I'm gonna be going in optimistically.
Yeah.
But yeah, I also one thing I do want to mention is I like indie games a lot. That's another good another thing that I do is indie showcases regularly is what I call them, where I will play like about 5 different indie games on a stream, just to like try them out and see which one I like best.
Love the support. I like that. That. If I could recommend you any game that's like free to play right now, you can actually play it. And I think it just oozes like theme and style. It's Carnival Illusion, I think it's called Carnival Illusion or Illusionary Carnival. I think it's
Illusionary Carnival. Yeah, something. It's like Illusion Carnival. I think is just what it is. Just Illusion Carnival. Yeah, that's the one. I have this downloaded.
You should play.
I just haven't played it yet. But it looks amazing. It looks really good.
It's in my library. Definitely should play. It's really fun. It just oozes style, and I just love the way it looks out. And I played that for my debut when I had my VTuber debut because it was magician, carnival, so it fit up really well.
Totally, yeah, it definitely fits your vibe. I love it. It looks really, really cool. The art style in it's amazing, and art is like a big thing that I love.
Art is really good. Stalker meets Fallout. Yeah, it'd be cool to see. I want to see it. If it does well, maybe I will even give it a shot. We'll see.
Yeah.
I love it. We didn't have another spin. We're about to get hit by one pretty soon, though, especially after I just mentioned that. But any games you like to play with your fans? Do you host any community nights?
Yeah. So I have a couple things that I do. For my patrons, I do a bi-weekly like gaming night. So for I call that my sugar tier is what I call it. And we play a variety of games. It's a lot of fun, a lot of Jackbox stuff like that. But more open to like the rest of my community, I recently started a vintage story server. And vintage story is basically like Minecraft, but more challenging, I guess. Like when you make a clay pot, you literally place the individual blocks for the clay pot, like literal tiny little dots, like the tiny little pixel dots, and you shape the pot. And then once you've done that, you need to take that pot and put it in a hole, put a bunch of dry grass and sticks, and then peat or some kind of like burning material on top of it, and then light it, and then you gotta wait for it to fucking harden. You literally harden the clay like how you would in a kiln. You make a kiln and then you harden it. And so like that's just an example of like something that's like a lot more of an in-depth process of crafting than like Minecraft, but also it looks exactly like Minecraft. So
you
it's
and
really
bowls.
cool. And I love bowls. What can I say? I'm a big fan of bowls.
See that?
But yeah, it's really cool. Vintage Story is awesome. There's also a mod for Minecraft like it called Terra Firma that I am also extremely interested in trying out and testing because I do also have a Minecraft server. So I have both.
I like
at
it.
The moment, at least.
At the moment. I love it. All right,
Yes.
cool. I love that. We might have to check out some of your more community nights and jump in on some. It's really cool. It'd be cool. Awesome.
Absolutely.
Well, we do have another spin. Force his amazing spins so far. So let's see if we get another Force question on you. You're forced to answer this question, I guess.
Forced to answer it. Oh no.
Yep.
No.
Actually, nope. This actually is a good Force question. Just knock it out of the park. Do you have an embarrassing story?
The problem is all of my embarrassing stories are NSFW. That's my problem. Like, and I have some really good ones I've told.
Say it. You can definitely answer one. You definitely do it. Just make it with a little censor bar with it.
Okay, sure. I'll tell the one that I tell all the time, but I don't know how to tell this without censoring it, to be honest with you. I really don't.
Do your best.
Okay, I'll do my best. This is called the banana story. So I am aggressively pansexual is how I describe my interests in people. I find everyone attractive. So I was with this woman, and we were on her couch, and she was, smooching me, giving a bunch of kisses and all that kind of stuff. And then she said, "I'll be right back." And then she gets up and leaves, and I'm just sitting there confused for a moment. And when she comes back, she's holding a banana. She's holding a banana, and she hands me the banana. And the short of it is, after she asked me to take the banana, it was like a big old mushy mess because the banana was a little too ripe. The banana was a little too ripe and was not a very firm banana. And it just became this really awkward like mess. And yeah, it was like perfect for making banana bread. And
that's what she asked you to do. Like this entire time, she just wanted you to make banana bread, and you must have done a great job, right? Like great job.
I did a fantastic job making banana bread. What can I say? But then she was like, you know what? Just stop. And then she awkwardly gets up and gets a towel and just like everything. I was so embarrassed by it.
Well, like, what she meant for you? Like, would you like if you do the act you did with like any other object, it probably would have worked out before. But you gave you a banana.
don't know why she picked the banana. I don't know why she picked that.
All the
particular
things to
banana.
breed.
Why she
So
thought it
I
was-
feel like it's her fault, unless she legitimately wanted you to use it for like banana bread. I'm pretty sure there was no other reason.
No, what she said was very clear in that
Okay.
which I can't get into. But yeah, she she was very clear with the intention of the banana.
Okay, so she
The
knew
weirdest way of
exactly what you
making banana
wanted.
pudding.
Yep, the weirdest way.
Yeah, it was. It's a wild story, and that is the most PG I can make that story.
I love it. Next time I go into your stream, I want you to tell me the rated R version of that story.
I will, absolutely. I'll give you all the juicy
A
details.
ripe banana. A ripe.
Yes, it was very, very ripe.
Very ripe. I love it. We. Question mark?
We.
Question mark? We'll get her to tell me.
The worst one was how I lost my. Okay, no, wait, no.
Oh, oh, oh.
It's bad when I say it that way.
Whoa, yeah, no, it sounded really bad. The worst was when I lost my what?
Here's what I'll say. I'm extremely allergic to horses. I'm extremely allergic to horses. And that's all we need to talk about on that one.
This
I'm trying so hard. I'm trying so hard to say so. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Usually you can be whoever you want, and I'm usually pretty open with like people like I talk in that kind of situation. But as the situation happened last time, it was about 2 months ago, where I actually did get someone in trouble. It was a guest who was on my show who was very like open, that kind of stuff. And unfortunately, I didn't know this, but I banned the person on my stream. But the person actually did end up like kind of having a parasocial relationship with that person afterwards, and it got really like intense. And I banned that person, and I apologized profusely on the content creator who actually was on my show, but I felt really bad. Like, obviously it wasn't my fault that happened. The person was just in my community and ended up just following that person. But ever since then, I had to be kind of a watch out, because apparently that person got really heated because of the things we were talking about in the interview.
Oh, I see.
So
well, I have the capacity to be so. I do. I genuinely do. And I'm being on my best behavior here. I promise.
No worries. Like, Noma's pretty good, but you VTubers are too darn sexy. You guys are too sexy, and you making
so
all these
true.
people super attractive to you guys. Gotta watch out.
No, I'm just a spicy little goblin.
It's a little spicy. Oh no, it just like me too much.
I'm just a spicy little goblin. What can I say?
What I gotta do? But yes, I would like to hear your stories later, because this sounds funny. It sounds hilarious. I have the capacity, the fact that both our mod and editor are trained to shout that at you should tell you how true that is. I know, right? Say, Sophia. I know, right?
Say so.
Say, Sophia. Yeah. No worries. Man, did we have no, we didn't have a spin. So my next question. Actually, this is one of my favorite questions to get into. Let's get into it, because you actually designed your own model and raid. So let's get into your model, shall we? What's the thoughts that went into your design?
Yeah, so there's a couple of things here. I could show this. I don't know how this will translate on stream.
I actually have a little picture portion where if you want to send me a picture, I can post right here.
Oh, I have it built into VTube Studio. It should show up for you. Do you see it?
Yeah,
you
okay.
see it. Yeah, so this is not the earliest design. This is like the 10th thing I drew when designing
I love your
my model.
gamer headphones right there.
Well, I had some of those at the time. I now have some nice Sennheiser or Swineheiser, whatever the fuck they're called, headphones. So some of the early parts of the design that stayed were the cat bell, the fish earring, the cat pin, having a paw print on the shirt, and the straps underneath. A lot of those pieces I came up with fairly early into the design. Not super freaking early. Back in the Spicy Kitten days, that was my old username.
The Spicy Kitten? Spicy Kitten?
Yeah,
oh my god, that's adorable.
So yeah, that's one of the older designs. It's the only piece that I still have saved. I don't unfortunately have any other sketches saved from that time. But I went through a handful of sketches, a handful of ideas too. I thought about not being a goblin. The goblin was not the first thing I went with. I know. I'm very happy I went with goblin. It fits me super well. But I also thought succubus, vampire, bunny. I thought moth. Moth was another one. And just a handful of other options. And just really mulled over what I wanted. I put a lot of thought into it. Even just my name, like the name Thea. It is Irish, and it also means wild. And I chose it because it means wild. And it also is like kind of short and memorable. And there's a lot of goblins in Irish culture. So there are multiple reasons for why I went with this name. And I thought about that for like over 2 weeks. I'm not joking, just the name.
Wow.
And yeah, a lot of my design choices are some of it is based on what I wear real life, like the fishnets and the boots and the collar. Well, it's a choker. The choker. And yeah, so a lot of it's based on my like IRL fashion and things like that. So it kind of just like slowly evolved. The shackle on my wrist was originally going to be like a bangle. And then I was like, I don't want to do a bangle. I don't think it really fits me. And then I put a shackle on there and I was like, ooh, I like that. And then I made some lore to go along with it. And yeah, so a lot of my design was just based off of, trying to fuse as much catgirl into the clothing. Because obviously if I'm a goblin, I can't also have cat ears and like be a cat girl. So what does a goblin cat girl look like? Well, it looks like a goblin with a bunch of cat accessories and different pieces like that. But also I wanted to incorporate some goblininess into it. So like the tear on my right sleeve and the patch on the left, from getting into like some tussles.
And your
Just a
hair.
lot of like little tiny things.
Yeah, and your hair is
yeah,
kind of
hair.
messy a little bit because of like goblins.
It's very wild hairstyle. It is, up in a ponytail. And it's actually up in a ponytail for 2 reasons. One, I wear ponytails a lot IRL. But also, 2, it's a lot easier to rig short hair than long hair. But I still wanted to have long hair. So putting it up in a ponytail is a lot easier to rig than having it down. So that was one of the other reasons I had it up in a ponytail. I did design it also with long hair in some of the earlier concepts.
Nice. I love it. Okay, cool. Well, hey, do you have any emotes or toggles you'd like to show off?
Yeah, I mean, I've got a couple. I have, so I'm a big fan of yandere, so I've got some yandere toggles.
Nice.
I also have a maid outfit.
I approve.
Thank you. I have a swimsuit, but I probably shouldn't show that off without us being in the correct category. I have.
I need to get a freaking swimming pool.
Swimming pool.
Put it behind you before we did that. That would have been perfect. Perfect. I should have done
Absolutely. Here, I don't know if this will work. If hold on. Actually, I need to have my streamer bot open for me to do some of these.
Do it.
Let me let me open up my streamer bot real quick. 1 second.
Take your time. While we do that, we do actually have another spin, so we can get that spin going.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, I'll show off some of the toggles after the spin question.
Perfect. Still haven't gotten the lore on the shackle. Oh, there's supposed to be lore on the shackle. Oh.
There is lore on my shackle. There is some secret hidden lore that I have not revealed yet.
Oh, snap. Do you have a favorite joke? Do you have like a goblin joke? Like a goblin's nuts joke or something like that?
Goblin these nuts.
Oh, you probably have never heard one of those before.
No, I've never heard that in my life, actually. That's new to me.
Oh, yeah.
Goblin these nuts. These nuts jokes honestly are kind of fun. I kind of like them. I like when, how do I say this? So I did a collab with 3 dragon VTubers. So it was 3 dragons, 1 goblin, which is just a giant D's nuts joke.
Oh yeah.
And I like when there's moments like that. I'm a big fan of puns. I would say puns in general. I just freaking love wordplay. It's the best. And so I don't have like a particular pun that I like as my favorite, but in general, when people tell me puns, I absolutely love them. I also have a favorite joke that I say in response to something, because some people will come into my chat and they'll be like, "Hey, have you heard of Goblin Slayer?" And and I'm like, "Yeah, throw me to the Goblin Slayer, and he will come back as the Goblin Layer."
Oh.
That's my go-to for that one. Cause yeah. So anyway, those are some of my favorite jokes.
I those. Good. He's gonna Goblin Slayer be slaying a different kind of goblin. This one.
Exactly. Hi, Danny's.
Hi, Danny. It's great to see you. How you doing? Danny is just a bundle of wholesome joy. He loves to give hugs and flowers.
Mind goblins too, yeah. Oh,
Mind goblin.
I love that. Positivity is super awesome.
It's really good. He's amazing. That's why she enjoys torture. It's a punishment.
It's a punishment. Oh my god.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I love that.
Can I not do
Heard
this?
of the mind goblins? These nuts. Oh snap! You want to hear one of my favorite jokes? I always like to ask it. I always like to ask this.
Yeah.
Joke. Oh, wait. Okay. This is my favorite one, and it fits my theme a little bit too. It's a circus theme. Have you heard about what happened to the circus fire?
No.
It was intense. I love it so much. It's so good.
That's exactly the kind of joke I like.
It's so good. It makes me laugh all the time. I love it.
Hell yeah, baby, I love that shit.
Right? It's so good. It's so good. It will always make me laugh.
Working. There we go.
It'll always make me laugh.
Working now.
You just need a nice little joke. A nice little joke to add to it. Lots of flowers. Love favorite.
Wait, is it not showing on your end? What the heck?
Oh wait, what?
No, it's not.
Oh, that's lame.
That's unfortunate.
Hi, Jericho. It's great to see you. I'm in pain. I'm so sorry. What are you saying?
Let's see. Does that work?
No, I don't see it.
I just got clickered. Unfortunate that you can't see it on your end.
That joke always hurts me. I love it.
Love
it so much.
There's a couple of toggles that I have that
like
punny, put me glow in the dark eyes. Like it makes everything dark, and I've got the glowing eyes. There's also a line scanner that I like. I can show you what the line scanner looks like. Let me send you some. Let me send you some pictures for that, because I have a whole channel for this, so you can show this off. Just gonna grab a couple, not too many. So the line scanner basically puts a line down my model, and it will change, like it'll freeze me in place based on where the model is at that line. So here are 3 examples of my line.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I also have my hard eyes on right now. Someone redeemed my hard eye redeem. So I have that too.
So wait. You have redeems engaged where people can redeem right now, and it will end up making you do stuff.
Yeah, some of them aren't going to show on the stream. Like throwing a Pokeball at me is a redeem that I have.
I have that too, actually.
And but I can actually get caught in the Pokeball too.
Really?
It's a 1% chance. Yeah, and it'll play a Pokeball sound and make me go into a Pokeball. I shrink down and everything.
Can you teach me how to do that? Can you teach me how to do that?
I won't lie, it's extremely complicated, but I can show you.
Yeah. I would love to know that. I would love to know how to do it, because unfortunately I actually have an inside joke on my community where the people think I'm a Pokemon, so they throw Pokeballs at me. I keep on making the joke. I keep on making the joke to them that you can never catch me unless you use a Master Bar.
Oh yeah. People have claimed that they've seen me get hit by the Master Ball, but that's That's not true. No,
That's-
no,
nah.
no.
Ah.
I wouldn't gaslight my community like
Never,
that. Surely
never,
not.
never.
No.
Want me to chibi you? No, for no reason other than to just show off the model.
I mean, I do have a chibi model. If you want to see it, I could swap to it.
It's up
But
to you. You want to show it off? Go for it.
yeah, I mean, it's so this isn't a model I made, but oftentimes people like having me go into chibi form. So here, let me
Lower catch rate than mythic god. I know. I should be human fatality fee. Yeah, we did see human. Oh, cat version.
Did it load in yet? Oh no, it's gonna take some time.
Take some time. Take some time. She showed off the human early, yes, and the cat.
I did, yes.
Oh, hey, there you go.
I did. It's me. I'm small.
You're small, very small, very small.
Oh,
You're
very
little-
small, very bouncy.
Well bouncy, well bouncy. I like your little tiny dagger right next to you. You know.
Thank you. When I'm in chibi form, I am canonically the size of a water bottle.
What?
I'm the size of a water bottle. Canonically, because when I get small like this, I have a hydrate redeem, where people throw water bottles at me, and for some reason, when I'm in chibi form, the water bottle is the size of my body.
Oh,
So we've
wow.
established
This is
that
massive.
canonically, yeah, they're normal size when I'm in my other model, but in this one, they're real freaking big.
Little big, big book. I love it. I love it. I like the cheapies. Very adorable. It's very adorable. Awesome, awesome.
Thank
Hi,
you,
Aqua. Thank
thank
you for
you.
the lurks. Thank you for the lurks.
Here, I'm gonna swap back.
No way, swap. She showed off the human earlier, yes, and had to go to the bathroom to change really quickly. Yep, she's in the bathroom right now. She's digging.
Yeah.
And now she's back. She's back. She fits in a jar. No reason why that's important. Forrest, why would you know specifically that she can fit in the jar? It seems like you had some personal experience on that one. A bottle of milk, quote unquote, milk.
I have a bottle of milk asset. It's a little sus. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little sus.
Have you seen?
Um,
This reminds me. Have you seen like the anime that came out in like China that was supposed to be censored, but instead they censored it, so it was a very bloody. But it's a really bloody anime, but they censor it by making the blood white.
blood white. Yeah. All the freaking blood splattering onto people, and it's all white.
It's all white. It's like you did the opposite
so
effect. You did the
It's
opposite.
so good. Oh my gosh.
It's so good.
That's the best way to watch that anime. That is the superior
The
version.
best way. Is the best way. I love it. Hi, Orange. It's good to see you. Hi, boy. Hello.
We're doing a
Amazing.
collab later.
Oh, you guys doing a collab later? She's
Yeah.
amazing, by the way. I interviewed her not that long ago, and
I love
I
her so much.
like if it wasn't like I was doing back to back content, I would have been way more like wanting to see her just talk more. I just love hearing her like speak. She has like the most interesting things to talk about, and I want to hang out with you again. I just haven't had time to like set something up, but I want to hang out again because I just enjoy talking about video games with you. It's just so much fun. She's so
I am
knowledgeable.
Super knowledgeable, absolutely.
So
yeah.
knowledgeable.
Incredibly knowledgeable streamer right there.
No,
Absolutely.
definitely 100%. If you haven't seen her yet, I'm gonna give her a shout out really quick because she
Yeah,
just
yeah,
seems an
please do.
awesome person. Jump. And boom. There you go. If you guys haven't yet, definitely go give her a follow. She definitely deserves it.
Yeah.
Definitely deserves it. Going back to what we were saying before. Hey, she's the one who did on stream. She's the one that did on stream. Sure, for us. She has shown chat a lot. Seven deadly sins, white blood demons. Whoa. What does that mean?
Yeah, I think it was from Seven Deadly Sins.
Oh.
Was the white blood.
Oh.
Yeah.
I also saw something else that did that too, which was hilarious. It was shoot, it was that one like wholesome, but it turns into a horror like anime.
I'm not sure.
I can't remember what it was called, but there's a lot of anime that like end up getting the white blood treatment. Unfortunately, it was just hilarious. There is so many anime where the blood gets censored. White is hilarious and way worse. I agreed. I'm pretty sure there's an anime where a dude drinks blood, but they got it censored. Drink white, so they just drink milk in a very sus
That's
way.
crazy.
I love it. I love it.
I love that.
We do have 3 redeems. We have the 3 redeems. Are you ready for it?
Okay.
Yeah, 3 redeems.
Yeah, I'm all set.
The first redeem is stretch, second is hydrate, and the third is spin. Are you ready for all 3 of them?
Yeah, I'm stretching right now.
Oh, me too. Thank you for the stretch and the redeem. I love it. I love it.
Hydrate too.
Yeah, you get it. They're really milking that censorship. Oh, they're really milking that
my
censorship.
gosh.
Oh. Speaking of liquids, coffee or tea?
I like coffee. I drink coffee every day in the morning.
Same.
I don't dislike tea. I really like tea, especially with like a little bit of honey in it. Tea. There's this one tea in particular called Throat Coat. When I was doing my subathon, I sounded like a banshee by like day 3.
Oof.
And Throat Coat really helped heal my throat. So tea is like really good for that. Yeah, I would say coffee usually, tea, depending on the situation, can be superior.
Throat coat. I never screamed enough to have to need one of those, but it sounds like a really good thing. You know what you do? You do. But I like it. It's very good.
Yeah, Throat Coat is great. And yeah, I highly recommend it. And I do take my coffee with a little bit of cream. I like to whip it in the morning. So I whip up my creamer and then I put the coffee in. It's very good.
Listen, do you put I have a creamer thing too, that whips it, but I've never really known how to use it properly. Do you just like slap it on at the end, or do you put it in the cup first and then put the coffee over it?
Yeah, so I put the creamer in first, and then I whip it with my like hand whipper. It's just like a stick that you hold with it spins a whisk basically. So I stick it in there, I whisk it, and then I put the coffee in, and then I mix it with the same whisk device. So yeah, that's how I do it.
I might have to
there's
try
a right
that.
or a wrong way to do it, but yeah.
I might have to try it that way because I always did it on the on top of it, and it's always seemed like I never had the right ingredient like measurements down, and it always overflows. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, try with that.
I think it mixes better if it's in there first, and then you still have to stir it. But I think it's just easier to mix when you do that.
Makes sense. Makes sense. I'll have to try that out. Thank you. I didn't know I would learn coffee from a cat goblin VTuber, but yeah, it works out.
I'm a big coffee fan. What can I say?
All right, let's see it. Love to see it. Cool. All right, next question for you, and that is, with your design and as someone who created your own design and all the cool things that comes with it, what's your favorite part about your own design?
Hard to say. Hard to say, to be honest. I think there's just a lot of little things that I like. I like the design of my shirt. I think that there's a lot of little subtleties in it. The way that like it's asymmetric, the little rips and tears, all of these little things I'm very proud of and think really came together for a really nice design. I also really like my fish earring. I think the earring design, also being asymmetric but being balanced by the cat hairpin, is another like thing that I really am proud of. Because if that cat hairpin wasn't there, the earrings would look a little outbalanced, but the hairpin helps kind of balance them out. I think overall, like the overall balance of the design is like, I'm very satisfied with it. And I think it gets very appealing to the eye without people, like really knowing why it's appealing. And that like it's asymmetrical, but it's balanced asymmetry. So yeah, that's not a very specific thing, I guess, but that's my answer.
It's a good answer. I like it. It's very good. I think that my favorite part is that little cat accent you have on your hair. And I like your hair a lot too.
Yeah. Thank you. The hair, so in my old model, probably one of my favorite things with the new model is the like sideburn pieces. They're a lot thicker in this model. Here, I'll show you my old model. This was like, it should load very quickly.
Let's see.
So this was, yeah, this was my like first model that I made. It's not super good. So I'm not sure when you'll be able to see it, but
I love it how like the last second before you left, you had a kind of like a scary face. You're like, ah, it's gone.
yeah. My eyes can get pretty big sometimes. So yeah.
Okay,
So, yeah,
okay.
this is my,
I see the
first
inspiration.
original model.
I definitely see the inspiration.
Yeah. I basically made everything better in the new one. But the sideburns are so freaking thin on this model. And that was one of the things that, like, when I was redesigning the hair and making it a lot more thicker and fuller feeling, that I'm very proud of. So I kept a lot of the original design pieces and just made everything a lot more updated and modern. So I'm gonna swap back.
No worries, go for it.
Yeah.
I like seeing when it first come out and see the different like added on because it shows improvement.
Absolutely.
You know, I think they both look great, but I definitely see like the both like slowly improved version. You know what I mean? I like that one a lot.
Yeah.
Very cool. It's very cool. I like that a lot. Very nice. Very well made. As someone who did it yourself, I think that's very impressive. Very cool. Very cool.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. There is something to be said though. Like, so as I've done my own model, I'm very proud of this model, but there are also a lot of things where I know that it could be better. Like little things here and there. Not to be like pessimistic or anything. I love my model.
No.
Like I absolutely love it. But there are certain like little things here and there where I'm like, if I was a little bit more skilled at this, you know, I could make it do this or make it do that. And I could work towards those, but yeah, I spent a lot of time on this model and really pushed like my abilities to the limit. So I might want to get an updated model at some point. But for now, I'm very satisfied with this model. A lot of people compliment me on the model, and I feel very good about it. I feel very, very good about it.
Keep it up. Keep up the good work. You're doing great.
Thank you.
I like to see you keep improving because I don't think of it as like a pessimistic kind of way. Like, oh, I need to prove on it. I think of it as just like every content creator out there has competitiveness in them, and they always want to see better of themselves as they keep growing. You know. So I don't see you as like, oh, you know, it's so bad. I need to get better at this. No, I see it as like, okay, this is what I did. This is what I want to improve on next. I think that's really cool.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Now we do have another spin from Noodle. Noodle got another spin. Should be pretty cool. We are going through these spins though, so I'm very impressed. It's been a while since we've answered every single question on the wheel.
Praise
so I like
the
that.
wheel.
Praise the wheel. Praise the wheel. You got me right there. Got me right there. Now here's a two-part question. This is another fan-made question. Do you consider yourself as an indie?
I do. I'm not a part of an agency. I have my mod team that helps me. I have a community manager who volunteers for taking on that role. And you know, he helps me with organizing events and running a couple of things like the server for Vintage Story, for example. And just like kind of keeping me on track since I'm very ADHD. Honestly, a lot of my mods and my editor, they all help me stay on track. So I do have a team, but I still, you know, consider myself indie. I'm not with like an agency or anything like that.
Have you taking your meds today?
Have I taken my meds today? I did take my meds today. Yes, I did.
There you go.
I think you heard me spilling them all over the place.
I did. I heard the bottle spin, and I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
that's our meds." I'm guessing. I didn't know what they were
Yeah,
specifically, but I heard them. No worries. No, it's good pup. Oh, force. I love that. Very good. Very good. Okay, so the second follow-up question is that if an agency did come to you to offer you a position in their agency, how much would you sacrifice who you are as a content creator and your design to join that industry? In that
I think it really depends on the agency. I think it really fucking depends on the agency, to be honest with you. There's a lot of agencies out there that even if they offered for me to like stay exactly how I am and not change anything, I would not take it. like at all.
Makes sense.
I
Makes sense.
think, I mean, I would be willing to make a handful of changes for some agencies, though. Like I love doing this, and I'm still like who I am. And if there's some like larger changes that they would want to make, I would be like open to it. Um, I think it really just depends on like what they're asking for, and I would have to think of it in that moment
Mm.
because as a hypothetical, it's difficult for me to like really put my shoes in that shoe. That's not a saying, but you know what
Hypothetical
I mean.
shoe on shoe.
Uh,
It works. It works. I got you. I got you.
yeah, but I think that's my answer is that like I am willing to change stuff with my design. I don't think it's necessarily perfect. And if I liked whatever changes they were suggesting, then I would go with them. And if I didn't like them, then I wouldn't go with them. I
For
think that no matter what, I would want to stay a goblin. I think that goblins are very marketable, and I wouldn't want to change that. Um, but there are some like more basic things in design that I would be absolutely willing to part with.
Makes sense. I agree with it 100%. 100%.
Mhm.
But I always like to ask this question because I always get different kinds of answers for this one. Because it's either
Yeah.
like people want to their dream is to get into like V Shoujo. You know, like they want to get into V Shoujo and we go and join the agency, which their actual model could actually still go into the shoujo without too much of change, you know, because like they
Yeah,
don't have to
yeah,
change too much of it. But then there's people like who wants to get into Hollow Live, which they have to pretty much ditch the entire identity and join them to have whatever identity they want to get into. It's always kind of fun just to see like how much someone would change. Because some people, no matter what, they want to stay who they are, you know, and they want to be the way they is, and no matter what agency comes up to, they want to stay the way it is, which is totally fine. But then there's also some people who like I wouldn't mind like discussing and be open to this kind of stuff as long as it's like reasonable, you know, as long as it's
yeah,
understandable
yeah.
and as long as it works really well with what they're trying to go for. So that's why I like asking that question.
Yeah, I think it just depends.
Hmm.
But I know that no matter what I do, I wouldn't want to like change who I am or act differently. I want to continue to be myself regardless.
Exactly. Be yourself, no matter what. As long as you're able to stay yourself, doesn't matter what happens. And I like that. That's a good answer.
Exactly.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. The goblin like look, you know.
Yeah, sorry, my hands are freaking out. Whenever I stretch, they go weird.
It looks like he's just trying to get pull-ups done. Ooh.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. Like,
Yeah. Yep. Ooh. Ooh. I love it. We got a pull-up game, guys. We got a pull-up game. Very good.
Hell yeah, getting those gains.
Do you have a lore and backstory?
I have a little bit of lore and backstory, yes. In short, my universe that I live within, let's say, I am. It is set up that is basically modern day, but with fantasy elements. So you go on the subway, and you got orcs and elves and stuff commuting with you, or you go to like a pop-up like hot dog stand, and they're using a dragon to heat up the hot dogs. Stuff like that. So there's still like computers and cars and technology, but you have fantasy elements thrown in there. So that's
Nice.
the general vibe of what it is. My particular lore for Fia specifically is that I'm a adventurer by day and a streamer by night. So I go into dungeons, and you can find dungeons like anywhere. Like right next to the bakery, you got a dungeon that you go down into, and then you come out of the dungeon, and there's like a movie theater across the street, and you go see a movie or whatever. And so the idea is that I go into these dungeons and adventure during the day, and then I come home and I stream and I talk about my adventures inside the dungeon. That's the lore behind it.
I like that. I like that. It's pretty cool. I like the idea of like I can see that as a video game. By the way, you know, like you like adventure out to get like materials and stuff like that, and you come back and you like, here's my story of my adventures on stream. You know, it's kind of cool. I like it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's
like
kind of the idea.
It's very smart, very clever, very clever. Also,
you.
the best thing about it, and as I listen to more and more people's lores, I like it when it leads to other things. You know, because I've had people give me either nothing to go by, or they are so in depth, so clear in their lore that it just doesn't really go anywhere. You know, like it just like you pretty much had a beginning, middle, end to your lore, and now like okay, what's next? Like, what do you want to do next?
Yeah.
So I like
I wanted to have some lore, but not too specific. You know, more general.
I like that because it creates opportunity for more stuff. Because I'm in the notion that as you stream and make a community will be a nice little input into your lore and add things to it. And I like that. That's really cool.
Absolutely.
Like you are also a dog VTuber sometimes too.
Yeah, I am. That is something that I did not expect going into it, to be honest with you. The dog ears I added later after the meme was made. I originally didn't have dog ears on the model. So,
I like that. See, I think that's cool. That's so cool. Force, we will go into your question 1 second. Sometimes, quote unquote.
Sometimes dog.
Sometimes dog. But I want to ask one more question before we go into the spin. What?
Okay, yes. Sorry, I got clickered. Go ahead.
Oh,
Continue.
like, okay. You okay?
I'm good.
No, it's not totally good. What's the thoughts? So my next question, and then we'll get in your spin, by the way, is what's your thoughts of the VTuber community at the moment?
Yeah, so my thoughts on the VTuber community at the moment is there are always growing amounts of VTubers. There are continual, like, it's not going down. It's getting more and more popular. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I think having new ideas and new perspectives in the VTubering space is a very healthy thing. It's a very good thing. As we get, different perspectives and different ideas in there, you see different shifts in VTuber culture. Like, for example, idol culture is a lot of where VTubing started. And you also don't, like, there's still influence from it, but you don't really see that as frequently. You still do see it, but it's not something that's like consistent 100% of the time. So, so that's kind of where I where I see it. There are some, like there's always going to be toxicity and things like that. But that's also going to be the same in every freaking space on the internet. It's just how it is. But I think for the most part, I like where VTubing is going. It's becoming more mainstream. It's becoming bigger. And I think that's a very positive thing.
Agreed. 100%. I like that too. I think it comes from a really good community. And yeah, there's going to always be some toxic eggs in the communities. But I think overall is very welcoming, very nice. And I can't wait to see how it grows. I like it.
Absolutely.
Very nice. Very sweet, very wholesome. Very good. Very love it. I love how wholesome you can be as your say Sophia. I think is adorable. But I love these conversations we're having. Really cool.
Yeah, it is why when I describe myself as lewdsome, because I am lewd, but I'm also very wholesome. I definitely I'm both of them. And I try to, I don't know, it's just kind of how I am, I guess. I don't try to do that. It just is how I am.
You are. That is who you are.
Yeah.
Cool. I like it. Very good. I love it. Very, very good personality to have as a streamer. So I
Thank you.
Of course. Thank you for the follow, Flex Mihan, the Olive Flex Ham. Don't know how to pronounce your name, but thank you for the follow. We do have, and Raul, Ayo Raul, always keeps a positive attitude. Always keeps a positive. Raul. I wonder if that's how you. You should do a wolf redeem because they want you to be a moo, they want you to be a cow, they want you to be a dog, a cat. Now you need to be a wolf.
I feel like if I
And how?
it's just gonna lead more down the dog path. It's gonna be more.
You need to, because they want to see you howl. They want to see you howl. I'm just saying. Force.
I'm
Just
gonna
saying.
start having the neighbors huskies start howling with me.
It'd be perfect. Then you get on. Then you get that video. Oh my god, that'd be perfect. Great content. Clip it. I believe in your how. I believe in your how. I love it.
Of course.
Let's get another spin going. Wrapping it up. We're probably going to get through all the questions before we get to the final questions. Be cool. Werewolf Fia arc. I love to see it.
I'm so ready.
All right. Ideal date. Do you have an ideal date?
Yeah, I would say it really depends. I like a lot of things. I like just dinner and movies. Like, I know it's basic, but I kind of like it. I also really like hanging out at home, playing couch video games, or having a nice like home cooked meal. I think that that's a very nice date. Um, I just, to be honest, the ideal date is really who I'm with. As long as I'm with someone that I match with very well, it could be anything. I had a date once where we matched very well. We went out to some bars and then we bought bottles of wine and started drinking bottles of wine on the side of the road off a cliffside. And that was fun. It was a great time. So, not going to say the dumpster. Well, okay, listen. I also have other needs near the end of the night that I would particularly like that are part of the ideal date. But the date itself, I think, yeah, I don't know if that's really an answer to say, like, it's more important about who I'm with rather than where I am, but that's my answer.
No, it's a good answer. Like, there's no right or wrong answers to answer these kind of things. This is what you see.
Yeah.
So if you believe that it doesn't matter what you guys do, it's just who you're with, I think that's a perfectly great answer. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Very good. That's a good one. Very wholesome. Very good.
Yeah.
Next question for you, and that is, since you first started streaming to now, how do you see yourself change? Like, how different have you noticed? Have you noticed any changes from like your attitude, your content, your quality?
Well, a lot of my assets have gotten better. Like not just my model, but I'm also significantly better at graphic design because I do a lot of like graphic design for thumbnail creation and things like that. So I have improved on that skill just because I practice it very regularly. And I look up like how to improve and watch tutorials and things like that. I like to basically improve the quality of everything that I do. So I would say that that's one of the biggest things is just the quality of stuff has continually gone up. I think how I perform, excuse me, I don't think that's really changed too much, to be real with you. I guess maybe more confidence. I have a lot more confidence now. So that's part of it. But even back when I was like a lot smaller, I had the confidence to reach out to larger creators. Not like anything that's unrealistic, like Iron Mouse. I haven't reached out to Iron Mouse or anything like that.
Should go for it. Do it. I want to see you do it.
Down the road, I might. But I'm not opposed to like reaching out to people that are bigger than me. I've done that, and I actually have a couple people that I'm talking to, but. You know, I don't want to punch up too hard. You know what I mean? So not yet, but someday. That is my goal. I have high ambition. But yeah, I would say just confidence, and I've been getting better at the actual like quality of what I create and what I make. Those are the main things that stand out to me. My personality hasn't changed too much. How I conduct myself during streams hasn't changed too much. What I stream hasn't changed too much because it's been continually working. So I haven't really felt the need to change it up too much.
Oh, makes sense. I love it. You know, I like that. Like, this is your next stage. reach. You know, you were talking about how like you are a partner now, which is a huge milestone to reach, and I'm very happy and proud of you. So it's cool to see like what's next in your goal and that kind of stuff like that. You want to now start reaching out to other people and see how that interactions with you and the other person can mesh well together, you know. And I like to see that you're still trying to improve. No matter how far you grow, you still want to keep on improving. I like that.
Absolutely, yes. And I also like it's nice to be acknowledged by people that I've wanted to notice me for so long. Like there's people that I did look up to that have given me the time of day, and that feels very nice to have. The check mark does help like a lot to get noticed. Like I got a shout out in freaking Victoria's chat, for example. Like
wow.
Yeah, it's like, and I wouldn't have without being partner. It is how it is. The check mark helps a lot. It's small, but helps you stand out. So I've been very grateful for that because it's been incredibly helpful for me to connect with people that I look up to. And I feel very happy to be able to connect with them because it's like, I don't know, it's like I'm reaching a dream. But I also, still try not to neglect smaller streamers. I have a big love to support smaller streamers, and I try to do collabs with smaller streamers when I can. So it's not like I'm exclusively going for these people. It's just separate from all of that. It's also exciting that I'm able to connect with these larger streamers that I've looked up to and have wanted to connect with, if that makes any sense.
No, it makes a lot of sense. I like that. This is good. It's a good mindset to have. And I think it's really good to have. And as you can see, Arul is over here just writing it down. It's a good thing to think about. I like it.
Absolutely.
Nice. Like I feel like.
Oh,
she turned invisible.
Disconnected. I'm reconnecting back. It looks like so. It should be back soon.
She disappeared. She went into hiding mode. She's stealth mode. Oh no. She stab me and
I think I saw this. This was a thing. There's gonna be a theme thing.
I did hear it. Like this did happen. It was really quick, but it did happen to a previous guest of mine.
Yeah, let me try to. Yeah.
Oh, connection to the file. Make sure you're running.
Steam servers have failed. So
let me redo it. Let me go back onto it. We have some scuff. We have a little scuff. Don't worry. So always we got it. We can still hear Fia. Fia's still there. She's in the distance.
Yeah, I'm gonna answer questions. I don't know if you have reactives, but you could always just toggle my reactive on for a brief amount of time.
Yeah. Boop.
If you want to.
Where are you?
Might as well show off my reactive as well.
I know, right? Where are you? Oh, don't worry about him. He's sleepy. Don't worry about him.
Sleepy.
Yeah, it's still not working.
Hi, Leviathan. Hope you're well.
Oh, his maintenance.
Yes,
his
I
maintenance
still show disconnected from Steam. I think
I saw a quick notice that it's on maintenance mode. So let's get you on here. Let me get you on here. Discord. It's been a while since I've done this, so I have to get the link again.
You're good. Yeah, no worries. Take your time. Take your time.
Cool. I am just at work.
Hope work is going well.
Yeah, hopefully it goes well.
You jumped on the Monster Hunter train?
Yes, I have. I actually been playing a little bit. I haven't found too many people to collab with, but I've been having a lot of fun with it. There you are.
What is your main weapon?
Bow and longbow.
Nice. That's awesome.
I love the bow. The bow is. I feel so cool, like just dashing around, like jumping and perfect dodging, and like doing flips. It's so much fun.
Yeah. I really like the heavy bow gun. That's my favorite.
The heavy bow gun is my favorite too. I think this was a really good one. Really good. Well, hey, if you ever need Monster Hunter collabs, let me know. I'm trying to find some new friends to play Monster Hunter with.
Yeah, yeah. I need to get further into the game. I haven't beaten the main story yet.
Me neither. I just got past the fire monkey. The fire monkey. It's a really cool fight. It was a really cool
I
fight.
don't even think I've reached the fire
Oh,
monkey,
dang.
to be honest with you.
He's cool. He's cool. You'll like him. He's.
Oh yeah, baby.
Oh yeah. Great sword goes burr. Great sword does go burr. I'm back.
Great sword's great.
Watch now. We'll see you. We'll see you. Hi Evie. It's great to see you.
Perfect.
Perfect. And yes, I did see the announcement, which they adding a lot of like world elements into it. Which the cats make food for you again. Yes.
Oh fuck yeah! Hell
I
yeah!
miss the
That's
cats.
That's what they were missing. Yeah, for sure.
I always felt really bad because, like, don't get me wrong, they made the food look really good, but like, I wanted the giant chef cat to like make me all the good
Right?
food. All right, I miss that dude. I miss the cat.
Absolutely.
Miss the cat. Miss the cat. All right. So with this, let's move on to the next question. Which these are just gonna be a lot of fun facts questions, and they probably be really quick.
Sure.
But this one is the most difficult question of them all. Are you ready for it?
Yes.
Okay. What's your favorite video game or video game franchise?
I really like Resident Evil. I
Resident
really like
Evil.
Resident Evil a lot. Yeah, I played a lot of Resident Evil games. I've played them all multiple times. Not all of the spin-off games, but I played a good chunk of the spin-off games. And I would say that that's probably my favorite series of games. Though my favorite video game of all time would have to be Slay the Spire.
Yep.
Slay the Spire is just like my all-time #1 favorite game. But I also really fucking love Resident Evil as a whole. So yeah, that's how I feel.
It's a good one. It's
Also, I know that you just got the reactive set up, but it seems to be working now.
What? Well, hey, I don't mind. Let's see. Same. The Blossom event is coming out pretty soon. That'd be really cool. The cooking cat. Let's see. Alright, cool. Let's
Also
see.
like, not that these are my favorite, but some other like honorable mentions, I'd say, as you're setting this up. I would say it would be Balatro is extremely fun. And I also really enjoy Zelda as a whole. I love Wind Waker a lot, and A Link to the Past. These are some of my favorite Zelda games. I also like Ocarina of Time a lot. Great game. Oh man, it does maybe look like they're still having connection issues, I guess. I tried to, because it says that I'm connected now on my friends list, which is why I thought it would work, but no, I keep disconnecting. So
Lame. It's okay. We saw your
alright.
model. We saw how amazing it was. We already talked about it, so it's okay.
you see how cute my reactive is.
Yeah,
so
you
I
look
guess
how
that
adorable
works.
it is. I love the blush on the ears and the face. I love
Thank
blushes
you.
on different body parts other than the mouth. Like I think that's so cool.
I have blush on my ears on my model too. So
It's super
there's
adorable.
blush there.
I like it. I
Yeah.
like that touch. It's a good touch. Really good touch. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I definitely like that. And Resident Evil is such a good series to go into, and I think they are just doing nonstop amazing work. Capcom has been hitting nonstop like dubs lately. They're doing a really good job.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, they're killing it right now. They're absolutely freaking killing it. I love Capcom so much.
Oh yeah, same
They're
here,
doing
same
good
here.
work.
They're doing so good, really good work, and I'm looking forward to the next Resident Evil because apparently it's in the making, and it's going to be split. It'd be split. I don't know if you're okay with spoilers, but there's like rumors of what it's going to be like, and
Go
this
ahead.
talk of it is going to be kind of like an open world game. This talk that it might be open world.
Oh.
There's also you play as Jill and Leon. So plays those two characters. So it's gonna be
Those are my
they're
two
gonna correct.
favorite characters.
Exactly. So a lot of people are looking forward to it like crazy.
Oh, that's awesome.
Mhm.
God, that's so cool. I want to have a threesome with them. I love them both so much. They're lovely.
Same. Totally same. Everything.
Hmm.
And apparently there's also going to be an option in the very beginning where you can choose to have a first person or third person.
Oh, very cool. Very, very cool.
Yeah, so I can't wait to see that. I can't wait to see what they do. I can't wait to see what they do.
Yeah.
And the next question, what did I just hear? What did you just hear? The new update.
Don't worry about it.
Take it. Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You didn't hear anything else. Nothing about it. We just love character designs. Love character designs.
Exactly.
There you go. If you could live in any video game or anime world, what world would you like to live in?
Oh man, that's hard. That's a tough one. There's so many of the good ones out there. I really like Pokemon, as I mentioned. I think living in the Pokemon world
Same.
would be extremely wonderful. So I like Pokemon. I think that that's like a really good one to go with. But I also just love the idea of getting isekai'd into a cool fantasy world. Not one that's like grimdark, but like a nice, happy fantasy world where I could be an adventurer. I think that that sounds like a blast, honestly. I don't have any specific one, I guess. But something that fits that description, I think would be a lot of fun. So yeah.
Yeah, I agree. It'd be cool to just be an adventurer. That just sounds like a fun kind of like mindset to go into. That'd be cool. I would love to see that. I would love to see that. Yeah, yeah. All right. Next question for you. If you could collab with any VTuber out there, no matter how big or small they are, who would you like to collab with?
Oh man. Okay. So Project Melody, 100%.
100%.
100% Project Melody. I would fucking love to hang out with her. She's such a riot. Like okay, so Project Melody is known for a lot of her NSFW content, right? But most of the content I've consumed for Project Melody has been her safer work because I think she's funny.
She's so funny.
Just funny. She's hilarious and she's like so like just on top of stuff. I mean, she's doing it for a long time, but still, like it's just like it shows, and I think that she would be amazing to collab with. So I would say like Project Melody #1. It's also really tempting for me to say Honey Goblin. I'm not gonna lie, because I think it would just also be really nice to connect with Honey Goblin over being a goblin and just like, you know, being able to collab. So it's hard to say. I'd say probably Project Melody because she's my biggest inspiration, and then Honey Goblin second.
True. Honey Goblin would be a really good one too. Also, I can see you guys both meshing very well with each other. Very good. Whoever people are, I'm sure is completely valid. Very valid. There's one anime that's an isekai that I would love to go to, but I can't remember the name. There's a lot of isekais out there.
That I'm thinking of, that I like. I've seen so many freaking isekai now. I get them all twisted.
True.
And there's a lot of isekai worlds that I would love to go to that I can't really remember the names. Also, I can't remember the names because the isekai names are like, I got reincarnated into another world and I met someone that gave me superpowers and I became super OP and decided to become the ruler of the entire universe. And like that's the title of the anime.
That's the title.
What the fuck is this?
You just told me the entire story in one sentence. Pretty much. There's no reason to watch it anymore.
How am I supposed to remember this?
No, I love it. Like there's definitely some really cool ones out there. Like I think the most basic, easiest one to go into, I would say, is Konosuba. Because it's just
Konosuba's
funny.
great.
It's funny.
I love Konosuba. I got a little tainted. I'm not gonna get into it, but it got a little tainted by the movie. I didn't like the movie, but the first couple of seasons and stuff are so funny, so good. I love it.
I love it too. I was something with level 2 powers, I think, something like that. Level 2 powers.
Interesting.
Next question for you, and you kind of already answered this a little bit, so you can shorten this a little bit more. But if you want to, you can still go into more details on it. What's next? What is your goals? What would you like to accomplish?
Just as best as I can do. That's like, because like once you reach partner, it's you don't have a specific number, right? And so it's hard to just like say my goal is to have as big of a number as possible and build as big of a community as I can, filled with wonderful people. That's my goal, and that's a very ambiguous goal, because the goal is basically just like as big as possible. I'd say probably like from what I've seen, there's different stages of viewership that a lot of channels will have. And I don't like to focus only on numbers. Like it's not all about the numbers, of course. But from a numbers perspective, my next goal would be probably like an average of 200. That's like the next like goal that I'm shooting for. Because I'm already regularly over 100 usually. So going up to 200, I would say, is like my next big milestone. to me, from what I've seen, is it kind of goes in like waves of like 100. Like once you get to the stage, it's like 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. And then once you hit 500, it like weirdly jumps up to like 800. And then from 800, it goes to 900 and then 1,000. Those are like, from what I've seen, those are like roughly around averages that people get stuck on. So breaking through those barriers are like kind of each stage along the way.
Okay, I like that. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
but
cool
again,
to see
like,
that.
ultimately, it's just to be like doing my best, building as wonderful as a community as I can. Those are what's most important. But you know, when you're shooting for partner, you're like average of 75, and so like it's a very hard goal, right? So yeah. Anyway, you told me to give that a short answer. That's not a short answer.
No, you don't have to. It's good. I like it. This is very good. It's really cool because you are talking and giving us advice on something as like a partner, and like the kind of seeing through the eyes what a partner looks into. You know, as someone who's very small, partner doesn't seem like a goal to really achieve yet. Is something that I need to keep on growing as a content creator, get my style, and keep on getting better at. But you're already there, and you're seeing what you need to go for in the future, and what you need to achieve. So it's kind of cool to see through the eyes of a partner content creator and see what they're looking through. You know?
Yeah, one of my largest pieces of advice that I give to other people is to never compare yourself to others. You always want to compare yourself to yourself, because that's the only metric that matters. If you're comparing yourself to other people, everyone's at a different stage, right? Like if I were to compare my numbers to, let's say, Project Melody, for example, that would be super unfair to me. Like I would, and I, it just is unrealistic. Or even someone that's slightly larger than me, that's averaging like 200. That is something that like I shouldn't compare myself to them, because it's kind of, it's not helpful.
Yeah.
So you always want to compare your own performance to yourself, whether it's numbers or how you're performing in your content, like rewatching your VODs and like how you're talking and what you're doing, all these things that you can do to like help improve yourself. Never compare yourself to others, because it will always, it's just not useful. It's just not useful.
Yep, that's very different. That's something I'm still trying to like improve on. There's so many people around the same spiel that I stream through, and when I see them like grow a lot quicker than I do, I do get a little envious. You know, I feel a little bit of like, oh shoot, man, what am I doing wrong? You know, kind of switching. So I definitely need to get better at doing that, and I do like kind of like, okay, this is what I need to do. I need to get through this. Now, if I can try this out, maybe this will work out. You know, so it does like end up like focusing more on me trying to improve, but it's definitely a difficult challenge to get through.
Yeah, I think I think what it's most important to do is look at your own statistics, look at how your trajectory is, and rewatch VODs and see what you can do to improve, and also consider like outside stream activities, like connecting with other people, and how you're connecting with people and who you're connecting with, and these sorts of things can really help and improve performance. Not to get down too in the hole with performance. Again, it's not like I like to obsess over numbers, but it is something to like keep in mind and look at, right, as something to monitor. But again, I don't compare those numbers to other people, because everyone's growth is different, and those growth rates are going to be different. So comparing it to how you are doing as on an individual level is much more useful of a mindset to have, because ultimately that's the only number that matters to your channel's success, not other people's success.
Agreed 100%. That's good things to write down. We'll write that down. Very inspirational. Cool. Well, now before we get to the last question of the night, we did get actually 3 spin redeems from 3 different people. So we're going to actually get through some spin redeems for you guys, and then we get to wrap up with the last question. Are you ready for them?
Yeah, all set. I'm so ready.
All set. So this one, I believe it was from, I think this was from Force. It was 2 from Force, 1 from Evie. Yeah, 2 from Force and 1 from Evie. This is Force's question.
Okay.
Which is not too sus, not too forced. It's just your favorite anime.
Yeah, my favorite anime is an anime that I would say is not the best anime out there, but has a soft spot in my heart. My favorite anime is Future Diary.
Ooh,
I really, really love Future Diary. I love Yandere. I have the entire manga translated in English that's available. The last book was not available because it never got translated and they got dropped. So I have all of the other mangas, which are no longer in circulation. I freaking love Future Diary. I've seen it multiple times. Love it. Honorable mentions: Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Love Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. And I've been very much into 86 and Dr. Stone lately. But I wouldn't like put them in my favorite. They're just what I'm watching lately, and they're very good.
very good.
So yeah.
No, I love very good, very good. Those ones definitely hit me in my soul really good. I like them a lot as well. And I do have a soft spot for yandere's. I think the yandere archetype is definitely one of my favorites. So definitely agree with you on that too. Very good, very good.
Yeah, it's just nice.
So nice, so nice, so good. And this is from Evie. It's Evie's question for you. A lovely succubus VTuber. So she definitely has her eyes on you. She has her eyes on
I
you.
almost considered being a succubus, so that's exciting.
Do you have an unknown talent that not many people know about?
That not many people know about is probably inaccurate. I have quite a few talents that I talk about very regularly on stream. I had to learn how to throw daggers for a movie that I was in. So I'm
That's cool. You're in a movie? It's awesome.
I was in a movie, yes. I probably couldn't do it now because it's been like over a year and a half. I would be rusty is what I'm saying. I would need to like practice it again. But I used to be able to do it. I can lockpick. I've taught myself how to lockpick. I have a full lockpicking set. And I just did that for fun because it's like a puzzle that you can do without like you do the entire puzzle based on feel alone rather than looking at it. So it's kind of cool. So I can also lockpick. Play guitar, but I haven't played in forever. So again, I'd probably be rusty. Most of what I do these days is just streaming. Other than that, I don't know. I paint. I've painted mostly abstract art. That's one of the bigger things that I've done. So yeah, those are some of my hidden talents that I've talked about a little bit.
You are a scary yandere, by the way. That sounds terrifying. I can lockpick to get into your house, and I can throw daggers at you. It's like,
Exactly. No, as long as you listen to me, it's gonna be okay. So it's fine.
Yeah, sure. But no, I also like a literal rogue in real life. I know, right? And she can play the guitar, so she's also a bard. Love it.
Yeah, I got a little bit of bard energy in there for sure.
A
Yeah.
little bard. I love it. And last question, we don't need to do a spin, but last question is from Forrest, and that is, if you could have been a different kind of VTuber and not a goblin or a cat VTuber, what kind of VTuber would you be?
Yeah, it's so tough, right? It's so tough. I had kind of listed some of the ones that I was going through previously. And I think some of the ones that I would like the most would be I really love moth VTubers, and I know that it's also like kind of a saturated market because there's a lot of moth VTubers out there. But I love the floofy moth design. I think that it's so pretty. So moth would be like a really, really good one. And maybe vampire. I also really like biting. I think vampire also kind of like fits me as well. So vampire is like a nice like secondary one, I suppose. And then of course, something like buff pup where you have like, you know, the wolf and dog aesthetic. I think that would also be pretty fun. Maybe not buff. I don't give buff energy, I'd say. So instead of buff pup, I'd be like small pup or something.
You'd be mommy energy. You give mommy energy, so I think you'd be like mom pup.
I give mommy energy. Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
I do like that. So yeah, something along those lines. I think I could see myself being.
Definitely, 100%. I like that. Cool. Well, with all those questions, so much questions being added to you, are you ready for the last question of the night?
I'm so ready. This flew by. I'm gonna be honest. This really flew by for me.
It was so much fun. I love this. This was a great time. I had a blast. This is such great things. I hate for this to end, but we have one last question to go into. And this question means a lot to me. I love this question a lot because I even asked this question to Iron Mouse herself on a panel.
Ooh.
So this means a lot. So the best question is, and everyone get your pens and papers out. Do you have any advice for those who want to get into VTubing/streaming?
Yeah, this is a fantastic question. I mean, the best piece of advice is to just do it. Because that's what I did, is I just immediately got into it, started doing it. Don't just like cobble it together and hit play. I would say like watch YouTube videos, watch tutorials on how to set up OBS and like do all those things, right? Make sure that you have your stuff together, but you don't need to do too much of it. A lot of it will grow over time. So just watch a couple of tutorials, see if it's for you, and just do it. And if you like it, then you can work on improving and getting better and all these other pieces. So I would say just get started, do it. And when you do it, I would highly recommend that you set a schedule for yourself if your job allows you to. So try to say, I'm going to stream on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 4:00 Pacific time. Those are my stream times, right? Like, and commit to it. And I haven't changed that for over a year. That has consistently been my schedule. I think I made like some slight changes, like I stream later and stuff like that. But for the most part, it's been pretty much exactly the same. So I highly recommend you stick to a schedule. Consistency is key, and see if you like it. And if you end up liking it, then you can start developing your skills a lot more. But the main thing is just to do it. And if you're wondering, well, how do I start VTubing if I don't have a lot of money? Because everyone thinks that, because VTuber models are fucking expensive. There are a couple of options. There's Vroid. You can also get pre-made models, though be wary that a lot of them are like AI art and stuff like that. So you want to be, cautious for that. And there's also the Suica model. I think that there's a lot of controversy behind the Suica model, but I think it's fairly inexpensive. For those that don't know, it's a customizable model for about like $200. It is a very good model. I think it's healthy for the VTuber sphere to have something as an option like that. So there are fairly inexpensive options, somewhere between $0 to $200 that you can get to start off with for your model, or you can like learn how to draw, like I did, and make your own. Yeah, so those are my main things. Is like there are inexpensive options. You don't need to spend a bunch of money. Also, don't buy like a super fucking expensive mic or anything like that. Like, don't do that. If you want to upgrade later, you can, but don't do that. Just use what you have. You can make a very inexpensive mic sound very good through mixing. So don't, like, if you do have an inexpensive mic and it sounds bad, you can watch some tutorials on how to do proper mixing for your microphone. I didn't draw this reactive. I drew my model, my actual 2D model, not this one. This was commissioned by someone. But yeah, those are the main pieces. So just do it. You look at the inexpensive options if money is an issue. I wouldn't spend a fuckload of money on like a very expensive model to start off with until you know that you like it. I would start with a lower expensive model, even if you have the money, to be honest. Don't buy expensive equipment. Similarly, for the same reason, because it's also probably not necessary. They sound very similar. And try to have consistency in your schedule. Those are my main pieces of advice. Also, I've been there when there's been 0 people watching you. Like it happens to we've all been there. Every streamer has had that. That's normal. Expect that. And one of the best skills that you can have when you're first starting streaming is learning to talk to yourself. Just all of your thoughts that you have, say them out loud instead of saying them in your head. Talk about what you're gaming with. Just be like, okay, so I'm going to buy this so that I can do this and this in the game. And just talk to yourself because you never know when someone's going to show up in chat. You have literally like 2 seconds to make a good impression on them before they click off. And that is probably one of the most difficult skills to develop, but it's also one of the first skills that you will develop as a streamer, and is one of the more important ones. So I know that was a lot of tips. That's a lot of advice. It's a lot to take in. The main thing is, again, just like doing it and watch tutorial videos, because they're also going to talk about a lot of what I just said.
True.
So, yeah. Yeah, that's everything.
No.
I'll stop ranting.
No, you totally good. I love these advice. This is a good advice to go by, you know, because a lot of people do have a hard time to just get started. And I feel like that's the best thing to do. It's just something that inexpensive, most likely free. Go PNG if you want to just go PNG. There's nothing wrong with being a PNG VTuber. You know, just
That's
start, just get into it, try it out, and if you like it, then invest in it. Then keep on improving, keep on growing, and you will come across a lot of streams that you're just not going to do anything. You know, they're not going to talk to anyone. You know, you're just going to be playing your game. So yes, learn those kind of moments to like talk to yourself, get good at like making up stories and communicating with yourself. And if someone does jump in, acknowledge them, you know, talk to them, have fun, you know, enjoy yourself, you know.
Yeah, and one thing I will say is if someone joins the chat, the best thing to do is to ask more open-ended questions. So if someone pops in and they like just say hi, which is like 90% of the time what's going to happen, you know, you can say, "Oh, hi, Forrest. Hope you're having a great day. Have you played Vintage Story before? Like, what's your favorite part of it?" If they say yes, you know, they'll say yes or no, and then you start to open up with those open-ended questions like, "Oh yeah, I've been playing for this long, and this is kind of my favorite part of it. Have you been enjoying it? What's your favorite part?" You know, you try to ask questions that engage conversation, and once they start conversing with you, it gets them to stay a little bit longer. But also, it's just fun too. On top of that,
It's true. It's true.
It's not just about keeping them there, but also it's fun and it's nice.
It's fun. It's really good. I like it. Awesome. Well, hey, that's all the questions I have for you. Thank you so much for answering every single one of those. That was a blast. I had a great time.
I had a great time. It was awesome.
Thank you. I love it.
Thank you so much for having me here. This was genuinely like super duper fun. I stayed a little bit over. I have to like scamper off quickly because I got to start my prep for my stream. But thank you again. This was really, really great.
Yeah, no problem. It was a pleasure to have you on my show. Thank you so much for coming on and giving me your time. I really appreciate it. The blast to have a lovely cat dog goblin VTuber here.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
Now, while I always give my my guests the first opportunity to send the raid out, if you want us to raid someone, we can definitely raid. Or do you want to start your stream and I can just raid into you? What would you prefer?
I mean, I appreciate that. I have to get with my collab partner is the thing. I can't just start. And I also am about to wet my pants, so I got to go to the bathroom. So normally I would say yes, but that's okay. We can raid someone else for now. As much as I do appreciate the offer.
No problem.
I think maybe who I would like us to raid would be Minty Mew VT. They're one of my favorite like kind of smallish streamers. She's playing Final Fantasy at the moment.
Yeah, I actually been seeing her around too, and I've been meaning to get her on my show. I just haven't had time to reach out to her, so this would be a good time to do that. Let's see how it goes.
I highly recommend you do, and I can put in a good word for you with her because we're very close. So.
I would love that. That actually means a lot to me. Thank you. Minty is an absolute delight. She is a delight. She looks cool. I love her model. She's adorable. I love her tail. It's so fluffy, short and fluffy.
Yeah, she's great.
I love it. Okay, well, where can people find you?
Twitch.tv/GoblinFia, also YouTube GoblinFia, also Twitter GoblinFia, also Blue Sky GoblinFia. It's all GoblinFia everywhere. I made it uniform. It didn't used to be, but now it is. So if you search GoblinFia on any of the main sites, you can find me. I primarily stream on Twitch in that I only stream on Twitch, but I also upload content to YouTube, and I upload content to Instagram as well. And those are the main places to see me. I am Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 4 o'clock Pacific time. So in 30 minutes, I will be live.
Let's go do that. Thank you so much for coming by. Go check out this lovely goblin. She deserves more praise, more awesomeness. Hopefully she gets to that 200 and then finally be noticed by Project Melody one day. We'll see how it goes.
Oh
That'd
man,
so
that'd be the
good.
dream. We'll
That'd be
see
the
someday.
dream.
Someday.
So thank you so much for joining in, and of course, if you guys like to check out a brand new VTuber, I host this show each and every week where we get to meet up and see an awesome new VTuber. You can also follow me. I check these people, amazing people out each and every week. We might even have some people this Saturday and of course this Sunday. So yeah. But until then, I hope you guys all have yourself a nice day. If I can get a moment of your time after stream, do you mind staying on Discord for a little bit?
Yeah, totally fine.
Perfect, perfect. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye. Let's go say hi to a lovely
Thank you for
Minty.
having me. Bye bye.
No problem. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye.